Hello, Philadelphia! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Oh, live from the Xfinity Den. I love it. That's a great graphic, man. Very cool. We are in the Xfinity Den. It's our Friday. We love our Fridays where we get to be in the den. Look at the football up there. Perfect on the table.
I love a good den.
Yeah,
den's a good word. It's a good room.
I always aspired to have a den. I don't have a den.
It feels like that's where the guys go hang out.
The den. Let's go to the den.
Yeah, the guy retires.
The den. Yeah,
family driving you crazy. You go to the den.
Yeah,
unwind.
Damn, I don't have a den. I mean, I basically have. I call my bedroom, which is really my wife's bedroom, the lair.
The lair,
right? That's her lair. That's her spot. I'm in the family room or the living room, you would call it.
This is all new to me, but we're growing up in a Philly straight through row house.
Right,
when I go to my mom's house, I'm trying to cast stuff to the TV. I'm like, what is the family room? What's the living room? I can't figure out the difference.
I think they're the same.
I don't. They seem the same.
Right. I think the living room and the family room are the same. You have the kitchen and then the dining room. Now, we always ate in the kitchen. Right.
I don't have a dining room set. Growing up as a kid, I did not.
But now we have one in my house. We have a dining room, which we never eat.
Right. You don't sit as a family.
Once
set
in
the
a
table.
while, my wife will go, all right, let's eat as a family. We need, because usually it's, animals, they're grazing.
Right.
And practice, so we're eating. I'm usually in front of the TV on the coffee table. That's usually my spot.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But
same.
A den is cool, man.
Is a den a more sophisticated cave?
Yes.
A more mature cave?
Yeah, you can do more in a den. You can read, you can smoke a pipe in a den.
I don't want to read in a den.
It's
cave,
luxury, it's comfort.
Yes.
It's,
there's a leather chair in the den.
In the back.
Wood.
Yeah.
Right, in a cave.
Books,
it's just
a fireplace.
A Barco lounger.
That's a den.
Yeah, fire. Oh, man. Yeah, like the Union League.
Yeah.
That's a den. They have their, something like that. I do not have that.
No.
It would be nice to have, but what are you going to do?
My den is the bathroom when I'm alone in the bathroom. That's my den.
You know what the best is?
She's like, how long are you in there? I'm like, I'm relaxing. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. They don't understand. It's a place of solitude.
I didn't understand when I was a kid. My grandpa would come home from work and go to the bathroom for 45 minutes. Like, what does he take the newspaper with him?
Yeah, he's out. He's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
What happens is wealthy people, you get to retreat to the den.
Yes.
Right? You retreat. You don't retreat to the bathroom or, in our case, retreat to the family room. Right. You're not in front of the TV.
Yes.
You go, I'm going to go plop down. But you have a den. You retreat.
Yeah, and people think you're reading the War and Peace, but you're checking out lines and fantasy stuff. He's in the den reading.
Yeah. Sure. Classic. Well, good morning. Happy Football Friday. Did not go well yesterday. Yesterday was not a good Philadelphia sports day. Now, the beauty of the Philadelphia sports day is they used to be, bad days were horrible, right? Yeah, bad days now, they're not that bad. I mean, they didn't look good yesterday in practice. We'll talk to E.J. Smith coming up in about 15 minutes. But, and the Phillies go down, and we'll talk more about that because people have the pitchforks out for the manager. So I'm curious about that. I want to get into. But it was not an overall good day. And by the way, the NBA schedule came out. And I was here late yesterday because we were doing the Matt Rule show, the podcast. And I saw Kyle and Devon, and we're talking, and the Sixers schedule pops. And, dude, I'm so bummed. My boy, Eric Delash, who sends me a note, on Twitter, it says, because there's nothing but heartache. They got 16 back-to-back games, 15 back-to-back games.
That's the league leading. Why the league's just screwing us at that point?
Yeah, they're like, take that,
right,
Mr. Load Management.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, all those back-to-backs. I looked at that schedule and I was just like, there's just no hope.
Mm-mm.
And I'm thinking, and I love when a schedule comes out. You know,
I thought we go over every game.
I would if
we did that with Devon last season.
But now, I went from
I'm not juggling this time.
No,
wow, that was great.
That's what cursed it. That's what cursed it.
No, you were great. You didn't curse it. No, Daryl Morey cursed it. He's the mush. He's Morey the Mush.
Morey the Mush.
Morey the Mush. He's a mush.
That's a great name for him.
He hasn't won, right? Was in Houston. Had a good. Like he's not bad. Like again, he's made some good moves. He's a mush. He's a complete mush.
Big time mush.
So, so it comes out, and I want to be excited. I go, oh, the NBA's back on NBC, which I love, right? I'm like, I'm pumped up, man. Sports season. This is always my least favorite time of the year. If I could disappear the entire summer.
Not the entire summer.
I
just
would.
August.
No. I don't even mind August. In July, I hate. I would go away.
Ethan's shaking his head. He's like, how do you hate him?
I hate July.
Barbecues.
July's my least favorite month.
Your birthday in July?
When is your birthday month? You don't have a birthday month. You're a dude. All right? Dudes don't have birthday month. Oh, I ripped you on Fox.
Andrew.
On the national show.
Yeah, because I did a whole thing. So I did the Fox morning show last couple of mornings, right?
Yeah.
And it was me and Brady Quinn.
Yeah.
Who you now know. And, he now knows. And I go, dude, let me ask you a question. So my producer, well, I love him. He's my man. But he's been talking about his birthday, like for weeks, right? And then he takes off the Friday and the Monday of his birthday. Now, he don't go away. He just takes off and about his birthday. I said, what do you think of that? He said, what? He goes, how old is he? Is he 18?
Yeah.
I said, no, he's 33, right?
33.
Yeah. I go, no, he's turning 33. He goes, 33? What? He goes, no, I introduced him to the word violation. And then he goes, that's a violation. Is he a dude? I went, yeah, Andrew, right?
Yeah.
He went, oh, that's horrible. That's terrible.
Man.
He's like, listen, once you turn 21, the only birthdays you get as a man are the round numbers. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 until you're dead. You get the round numbers.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't get any special treatment. 33. Now he's got 5 kids, Brady,
man.
right? Like,
Oof.
so he's like, dude, I got, the kid, birthdays for children.
Yeah, maybe not.
You're going home, Mom, what are you making for my birthday dinner?
Yeah, of course.
Part of me says, I want Anthony and Mosmo to do the same thing, right?
Yeah, they should.
Like, I would want them to come home if they're 33 and I'm still alive. I'd like for them to come home, and I'll take them for like big steak dinner, right?
Yeah, that's what my family did.
Like your dad, like God bless your mother and father. I think they're just beautiful people. Everything that you talk about, I love, and I love the fact that you love them, like, which shows me a lot about your character, right? Like the fact that you love your parents and you go see them and hang out. Yeah. I think that's the greatest. Yeah. I really do. I think it's beautiful.
Big family guy, yeah.
But you don't get at 33, it's another day, Holmes. Like, you want to go during the day, like, go, celebrate, whatever. But you can't talk about it. So my man over here.
Got the month.
All right? He's talking birthday month, birthday week. Get the hell out of here. When's your birthday? 14th. July 14th. My father's birthday is July 14th. My dad. You get one day.
Did your dad do a weekend?
But how old are you? How old are you? 25? Get the hell out of here. You don't get a week. You don't get a month. You get the one day. No, I don't do something like that. All right? No, stop. You gotta be a man. All right? At some point, you're going to have family, I think. And it's about the kids.
Or not. I think if your birthday's on a Friday or a Monday, you know, you blow it out. So if my birthday's on a Friday, Thursday night I'm gonna go out with my boys and get midnight. We do shots.
That's all good. I got no issues. But he takes off.
If your birthday's on a Saturday,
right, and he takes off Friday,
and Monday.
It's one day a year. You got to enjoy it.
4 days and taking off,
and he doesn't go nowhere except he goes back to the Bucks County.
I play golf. I went somewhere.
No,
golfing.
But you know. It's a violation. I love it. It's
All
a
right,
violation.
I'll take the violation.
It's a violation.
I'll take the violation.
Now, I hate July, to get back to the point.
Yes.
Hate July. Hate the first 15 days of August.
July's like, I would think it's Julius Caesar related.
No. Julius Caesar. Who cares? There's no sports.
He's a good Roman emperor.
There's no sports in July. It's terrible. It's an awful month. I love this time of year. So schedules come out. Mm-hmm. By the way, happy Ferragosto. You know what Ferragosto is?
No, day after the Assumption.
It's 15th. It's August 15th.
All right.
That's Ferragosto, August 15th. And it's an Italian celebration. Nobody works today in all Italy. No, everybody's off. The whole country's
what's
off.
The celebration?
It's their it's their like summer.
That sounds like a birthday deal. We're just gonna take off.
No, but it's the summer.
Grown men just taking off.
It's their tradition of holiday because they take a whole month off in August.
I know the whole continent.
The whole country, right, is off in August. But the 15th, because it's the middle of the month, nobody works. That's it.
Why aren't we doing that?
You're not wrong.
I would love that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But great sports, like August is like, all right, once you get to this point, 15th, now we're looking good, right? So the NBA schedule comes out. I can't wait for college. 1 week from today, I can't wait. High school football prep versus American Heritage.
Did you see last night? Dude, I got a nug that maybe Andrew can pull it up.
The prep?
ESPN kicked off last night with Buford, Georgia.
Yes, I didn't get a chance to see it.
So Buford wins. Are you aware what's going on with this Buford?
The stadium, 50,000 person stadium.
10,000 seat stadium.
Yeah, I know.
A high school stadium.
Costs a couple $1 million, right?
A couple?
Yeah, 50?
$62 million. Look at this stadium. It's got 15 luxury suites.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
A $62 million high school stadium. So they're the number 10 team in the country. They beat Milton last night. That is 15 luxury suites. Like, who's going to luxury suites for a high school football game? Like, what world are they living in?
Oh, dude, it's real, man. Look at that place. It's amazing. I love it. Let's go. Man, more football and kids. I want to build one here. Yeah. All right. Let's build one here. Let's go make Cuz High.
Yes.
All right. St. Cuz High. It'll be a fake Catholic school. St. Cuz High. And we'll build a stadium. And it'll be great. I'll reclass all the kids to be like 25-year-old kids in high school.
25.
There you go. Perfect.
I'll win all the national championships.
He writes says the average teacher salary at high school is $40,000, but they got a $62 million football.
I can't wait till Danny D comes in and making varsity. We'll talk to him about that, man. That's fabulous. That's great. But to get back to the whole point, the schedule comes out. I'm like, they're going to be terrible. Like, they're exciting, and the young guards. There's not a lead guard in the bunch, and you can't count on Embiid, and you still got Paul George.
He's not probably not playing back-to-backs either.
No.
So there's how many back-to-backs? 16?
15.
15?
Yeah, 15 or 16, yeah.
So right away there's 15. So we're at an 82-game schedule. We're down to what, 57? Or 67 that
67.
He might possibly play out of that. Like, you're looking at like 40 games if he comes back.
Yeah, and here's the thing. He's not even going to be – I don't think he plays training camp.
Would you see Nurse's comment?
Right.
Yeah. He's not going to be ready for the regular season.
No. So I don't think he plays until December, January.
I 100% agree with
that.
Like,
the way they're going to slow play this, he may not start until 2026.
He might come back for that big tournament. When's the tournament?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see
December.
That being a big thing.
Yeah, first week of December. Big tournament. Stupid NBA Cup.
What do they call it? The NBA Cup?
Yeah. So, I mean, I hate to be pessimistic because when I see a schedule, immediate reactions. You get all geeked up. I told you the other day, I saw the Christmas Day games come out, and I'm like, oh, no, they're not even a part of Christmas Day. The NBA went, we want nothing to do with you guys.
I couldn't be more happier. I didn't want to have to watch them on Christmas Day. I'm out on Christmas Day basketball, so I'm so happy for it.
You know what's funny? I am too. I used to love NBA
now
Christmas Day. Exactly. No, you're right. Like, dude,
you want to have to watch the Sixers when there's a football game on?
No, exactly. No, you're right. I used to be like all about, oh man, Christmas Day, and they put the NBA on at noon.
Nothing else to watch
because there was like 5 games staggered throughout the day.
Yeah,
and then the NFL went,
yeah,
we're playing.
We'll take Christmas.
And then it was like, oh, just the NBA. What's that?
It's like taking their lunch money. We'll take Christmas.
Yeah. It's the truth. But I look at that and I go, I love Maxey. And, I'm excited for your boy VJ.
I think he's going to have a solid year. Upward trend. I think he'll get better as the year goes along.
No, listen, it's not going to be I'm not looking for him to be rookie of the year. I think he'll be. You got McCain, and you got players. But the problem is, I don't know that they fit.
What was the?
Because you don't have lead. You don't have a lead guard.
What was the Warriors? Didn't they run the 3 guards for a while? What was the nickname of that?
Run TMC.
Yeah. Can we do something similar to that?
No. Tim Hardaway was the point guard. Tim Hardaway, who was a great point guard.
Maybe McCain comes into
Mitch
a point
Richmond
guard.
and Chris Mullen.
Yeah.
No, you had a point guard. There's no lead guard. You don't have a half a combo. I mean, there's not even a combo. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I hate going in, hate being pessimistic, but what are you going to do? All right, so that was that. The bad yesterday. And we're going to get to EJ. The Eagles were sloppy as all get out.
Did not sound great.
No, they were sloppy as all get out.
Well, the offense, I mean, I get AJ Brown's not there. But.
You know what's scary? If AJ doesn't play, their offense is horrible.
Yeah. They're undefeated last year with AJ, right? Except for the one. Yeah. They got nothing going on. Well, I mean, they got Saquon, but they just got to run the ball. They got to turn to running the ball.
No, but that shouldn't be. Like, you shouldn't be without AJ, and the whole thing collapses.
Even yesterday, the running game seemed okay. Yeah. It's the passing game that's problematic.
Yes. Yes. And it's great that you have Saquon the run game, but you still got to throw it. Like, at some point, you still got to throw it.
It sounded as if there was the sequel to Happy Feet. From all reports yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Someone was dancing around a lot.
Oh, yeah. And that's a good front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Lane's not there, obviously. They're messing with the offensive line.
Yeah.
I take it with a grain of salt, I guess.
Well, we'll pick AJ's brain coming up. But Phillies, can we open up that can for a second? Mm-hmm. So, for the record, I'm not taking Luzardo out. All right, he was at 88 pitches, I believe, something like
83. I thought maybe. But
80, it was somewhere. It was like low. It was like middle 80s. Number. I thought, whatever it was. So he looked great. I mean, I'm not going to take him out. What is it about the manager that people don't like here? We're like Rob Tom. Seriously,
I think he's just so even keel.
People.
I will say I have a problem with him last night.
In which respect?
And I am a Topper fan.
Yeah.
He played scared last night. His reports were like he bunted 3-1 count.
Yeah.
He bunts because he wants to get the extra innings.
Yeah.
And come on, let's win this game.
Yeah, go for the win.
Yeah, that was an issue. That was a mentality.
I agree. I listen, I'm with you on that. I would have the old adage is you're on the road, you go for the win.
And I get him. He's like, our bullpen's better. If we get the extras, we'll win. But
listen,
I can't argue with that. But
it's an argument.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making an argument, but and Charlie may have agreed with us, but whatever.
You got to go for the knockout punch.
But to me, that's not egregious, right? Mm-hmm. Like, even though I disagree, that's part of baseball. Like, you go, no, well, I would have did this, or I would have did this. You make an argument. I think Rob Thompson is a good manager. People do not like him, and I need to figure out why. Like, how's he playing Castellanos and not Bader? Okay, well, first, I know that Castellanos is in a bad way, all right? Mm-hmm. He's in a vicious slump.
Yeah, some rankings have him as the worst player since the break.
Here's the problem. For you to have hope that this lineup can produce, you got to get him right.
And he doesn't take kindly to not playing.
Like, you got to get him right. So, my thing would be play through it. I don't care.
Yeah. Drop him down the lineup like they did.
Exactly. I don't care how long it takes. Come middle of September, if he's still in the trash can, then I might give him a 3-day respite. Right, go away for 3 days. But not now.
Haven't we seen this before?
You got to play. You got to play him. It's like they were bitching about him playing Kepler, and look, you got a little something. Maybe there's something from this. That's the outfield is not a Rob Thompson issue.
No, it's
a Dombrowski issue. It's one of the worst outfields in the history of the Phillies.
And look where they are. They're still second best record in the National League.
Exactly.
And the Stoppers issue.
So
we've been through this. J-Roll would go through streaks, be like, "Oh my God, you can't let them lead off." And we learned, Charlie, just got to let them ride through this. They got to play through it. If you're going to count on them in the playoffs, you got to let them play through it. As you said, Nick Castellanos got to be important for this playoff run, so they got to let him work his way through this.
When this team, when the bottom of the order hits, this team's good. Mm-hmm. So you need somebody other than Turner and Bryce and Schwarber.
Right.
You need somebody else, whether that's a JT, whether it's Nick, whether it's Marsh, Stott. Like, you got to have, you're going to need that. So you got to try to run through it. You got to play through it.
100% agree. And we got to put it in perspective. I know it's not Aaron Judge and Steve Carlton coming back, but they're getting Aaron Nola and Bohm. Like, these are two former All-Stars. They're adding them to the roster right now. Like, while they're in the middle of this run, there's no other team adding players like this right now. So I am pretty optimistic. I think Bohm will solidify the lineup a little bit from the right side.
For me, it's all about, this is the ebb and flow. They were so hot.
Yeah.
Now they're going a little bit of a funk. They lost 3 in a row. I mean, that's baseball.
And
why the
flight.
vitriol towards the manager?
Because a lot of it, a lot of games. I think he's a little beholden to the analytics, but that's an organizational thing. That's not him, and he doesn't show a lot of fire. And I think that bothers people too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's
he looks indifferent when he's there.
But have we not learned? You need that.
We don't need Billy Martin.
Like, fire and this 1980 baseball mentality doesn't work. Dallas Green, God rest his soul. I love Dallas. He wouldn't work today. That's not getting it done.
Yes.
But people hate him.
Eddie Wright, Topper turned to slopper with that bunt. I don't even know what this Shane Bieber is saying. Topper looks like Buttermaker. Oh, who is Buttermaker?
Yeah, from Baby Spears.
Yeah, he's like, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I'll tell you one thing. You guys rule, man. Oh, my God. Topper turned to Slopper. He does. He does.
I love Slopper. That's such a good name.
Slopper, yeah.
Yeah, this is the guy with the second best record in the
I know.
National League.
Well, that's my point. We're so quick to just eviscerate. Eddie Wright is the greatest, though. He's like a human blender. Like, you just don't want to be in his blender because he'll chop you up. He's on chop mode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's on chop mode. Can I say the two takeaways that I like from yesterday's Eagles? Landon Dickerson with the cooler bag. First of all, the cooler bag was awesome. A Kelly Green cooler bag, and he brings out a bunch of Miller Lights and beers.
Baldy drank one. He threw one to Baldy.
I saw Baldy was there. And also the positive, I saw Jahad Campbell one-on-one time with Myles Garrett, picking his brain a little bit. I'd love to see that.
Love it.
Like, that's invaluable.
Yeah. Jahad. We're gonna love Jahad Campbell. I love him already,
dude.
man.
I need that cooler bag for. When I go tailgating to bring that around. That bag is.
That's a great bag, man. That's a great bag. All right, we're gonna take a quick TO. We will go to our man EJ. Is coming up. Will give us the report on all that happened yesterday. Let's talk about some of our friends and partners. Do a little of that. We're good? Okay. Let's talk about Rothman Orthopedics. Rothman, let's talk about getting you back to what you love, especially during the summer. While I may hate July for sports, I do love it for being outside in Italy but walking around, there are a lot of hills up there. It's great, right?
Yeah.
So whether you're doing, biking or, playing ball, I love for kids sports and training and all that fun stuff. You got to feel right, man. And, when your body doesn't cooperate, it's a drag. Hate it. That's where Rothman Orthopedics enters the fray. From aches and pains after a pickup game to old injuries flaring up during summer adventures, Rothman's team of experts is here to help. They have evidence-based care, a commitment to restoring your mobility. They're going to get you back out there stronger than ever. Yes, don't let pain put your summer on pause. Visit RothmanOrtho.com/PHLY to book your appointment today. Get back to doing what you love, pain-free. Here's the thing about Rothman. They're amazing. They have a team for every body part. So whatever ails you, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, back, neck, they have a team for it. An incredible team, all-star team. Rothman Orthopedics, getting you back to your summer game is their mission.
Let's talk about the good people over at Ace Hardware, because this is like the Calvary. Like the Calvary, because if you're like me, you're a complete idiot around the house trying to fix anything. Don't do it. Just call our Ace Hardware home service and repair folks, because if you got an outlet you said you fixed last fall and you still have it and you never will, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got people that'll do it, because now they're not just the helpful hardware folks. They're also the helpful home service and repair folks. So they do plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling. They got trusted pros to keep your house humming all year long. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful home, the helpful you love, from the store now to your front door here in Philly, all the way down to the Jersey Shore. Wherever you are, they come to you. They bring experience. They're local plumbers and techs that handle everything from repairs and seasonal maintenance to installation and upgrades. They bring understanding, listen to your goals, and the job isn't complete until you're satisfied. And they bring it right to your house so you can spend more time doing projects that really matter to you, hobbies, sports watching, whatever you want. You get free estimates on equipment installations. You get replacement with trusted advisors and options that are best suited for your home, your budget. Service you can trust, satisfaction is always guaranteed. And Ace Hardware Home Services, they're local. Their teams live, they serve in your community, and they're dedicated to keeping their neighbors comfortable and relaxed in their own home. So don't do it. Hire Ace Hardware Home Services to help you out. So visit Ace Hardware Home Services online at acehardwarehomeservices.com. Get started on your next home project.
All right. We love it. Ace is the place. Big deal. Brought to us by Cherry Hill Kia. Well, that's the joint practice between Eagles and Browns. The big deal. Brought to us by Cherry Hill Kia, a folk auto dealership. Now, joining us, our man, Cover the Birds for all PHLY. We love him. In fact, Matty Rule yesterday gave him a shout out. Let's bring him up. E.J. Smith. E.J.
Temple Brand plays guitar. PHLY Eagles rock star. It's E.J. Smith. E.J. Smith.
You actually sound good.
That's not me.
I didn't know how you do. But that's great. Good morning, my brother.
I still need to get used to that video, but I appreciate you guys having me. It's great. I need to learn the lyrics to the song next.
I think Temple Grad's the beginning. I forget what they are right now. Yeah. I'll send them to you.
Yeah.
You sing along. That.
So Matt Rule gave you a big shout out yesterday doing our podcast.
Yeah, no, me and Matt go. I mean, him and my dad really go way back, like decades at this point. But that's my guy.
What's the connection?
So my dad was the high school football coach at Norristown High for a decade. So they ran into each other with recruiting and coaching clinics and everything. So, and I covered Matt at Temple. So like I said, he's on the Smith family for a long time.
Oh, that's fabulous. So your father's from Norris. My wife's from Norristown.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm from Norristown too, over on New Street. Yeah, so we gotta talk Norristown sometime. Maybe some Eve steak zep, Lou's breakfast sandwich. I know.
My mother talks. My mother-in-law loves the zeps. I'm like, what's zep? You know, she's like, she won't do a hoagie. She has to do a zep.
Yeah, well, it's like, what is it? A hoagie with lettuce, tomato, and onion. Although I don't get the tomato.
Yeah, there's no. I don't know. There's one of those ingredients that's missing or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, not good yesterday.
Yeah, it was definitely a sloppier day. I didn't watch the offense. That was Bo's job yesterday, but it did seem like Myles Garrett really did just take over the practice in a way that was not conducive for the Eagles offense to really get a lot of quality work. And it speaks volumes for Myles Garrett. Lane Johnson was out yesterday. Matt Pryor was at right tackle. And I feel like the Browns did the Eagles a favor almost by putting Myles Garrett over on Jordan Mailata's side most of the day. But that didn't stop Myles Garrett from getting into the backfield with regularity from the sounds of it from Bo. So a lot of checkdowns from the Eagles offense was not necessarily, honestly, both days were not encouraging from the Eagles passing offense. A lot of underneath routes. It didn't seem like Jalen was getting to his first read very often. It's a run heavy day that first day. And, the Eagles offensive linemen said that they were productive running the ball, but even Jordan Mailata acknowledged yesterday that the offense didn't really look the way that they had wanted it to look for those two practices. On defense, which is what I watched.
Wait. Before we got a lot to unpack. We'll get to the other side of the ball. But I got some issues offensively. A.J. Brown, when he's not there, the passing game slips into oblivion. Why?
It's kind of the double-edged sword of the way that the Eagles structure the passing game, where it is star-driven and it's let these guys do what they do well. You do need to balance that out sometimes with being able to scheme guys into good situations. And, when you're watching Anaya Smith catch a bubble screen with Devontae Smith and Jahan Dotson blocking on the perimeter, it is easy to think like, okay, what are we doing here? Is this the best that we can scheme these guys up? So, yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of instances where it is star driven for better or worse. We've seen that in games recently, the last few years, where it is the AJ Brown slant route can be like the mouthwash for an otherwise, struggling offense. And I think that is an important thing that I try to remind myself of, is that they are, that they are missing AJ. Obviously Lane wasn't out there yesterday. Saquon wasn't a part of team drills. So it's star driven for better or worse. And I think we kind of saw the downside of that yesterday.
How much is on the quarterback too? Because the quarterback, when AJ's not there, that's when he's not at his best.
Yeah. Yesterday, on Wednesday's practice, the one when I watched the offense, I didn't think it was necessarily a bad Jalen day. It was kind of a bad offense day because Jalen was getting the ball to guys underneath. There was a lot of throws to Dallas Goedert and Grant Calcaterra in the flat and, just a lot of dump offs. But I thought that in terms of like evaluating Jalen specifically on that day, it felt more like he was taking what was there rather than forcing the issue downfield. Now, listen, he did have a turnover, an interception to Dallas Goedert. He tried to squeeze it into a tight window. But for the most part, I felt as if it was more of an offensive issue with the passing game than necessarily something that Jalen wasn't seeing. I mean, again, I don't have the luxury of. Go ahead.
No. But let me ask you, because I wasn't there. I didn't see it, right? So, but I was told that Jalen was holding on to the ball too long.
I mean, yeah, he was definitely holding on to the ball for a long time. I think
like that it was annoying to the coaches.
Yeah, and if you're the offensive line too, I'm sure that you wish that the ball was out because of the fact that it was Myles Garrett bearing down on you. I think there were times where they were trying to move the pocket. There were a lot of rollouts. So again, I don't have the luxury of seeing what may have been open downfield that Jalen may have missed, but It did seem like with regularity, the Browns were taking away whatever it was that the initial play design was. So there was a lot of rollouts, a lot of, extended plays. But again, I think that the worst case scenario for Jalen in practice is he's running, it's like, he doesn't see it and he just is going to take off and run. And I feel like we just don't get very much when he's going to scramble in practice. He's got the red jersey. It's not like you're getting a whole lot out of those situations. There wasn't that much of that on Wednesday's practice. So it wasn't the worst practice I've seen from him. I mean, maybe this summer it's definitely toward the bottom, but I've seen practices where Jalen, the ball doesn't come out at all. It's just him, not seeing it and then taking off. And it wasn't that. It was more late progression throws, getting to the third or fourth guy on the read and, just checking it down. So yeah, definitely not an inspiring showing from the Eagles offense in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
EJ, I had read a report or two where they had thought Jalen looked a little confused with what Schwartz was throwing at them. Would you say that's accurate?
I don't know if I would go so far as saying he looked confused. Again, I didn't see him yesterday, so there's a chance that it looked that way. I don't know. It does kind of remind me of like Schwartz likes to play those single high defenses, cover 3, dropping a safety down, and that does leave the outside of the field open, and that is usually where AJ Brown comes in.
Yeah.
Those go balls, being able to throw it over the top. So again, I think that it's a good thing and a bad thing that this offense is built that way, where it's a math problem, right? Do you want to have 2 safeties over the top, and do you want to risk having Saquon Barkley gash you over and over, or do you want to put a safety in the box and risk having AJ Brown as that vertical threat? Without AJ there, it's it's up to the coaching staff to figure out how to solve that math at that point. And I don't know if we really saw them do that against the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, again, the good thing is this is where you work out the kinks. This is why you have joint practices. You're not going to look crisp, and Jalen's not going to look like he will look in October. But like one of the things that I would like to see from him as we were doing, the tiers, right? So QB tiers, and Jamie's like, all right, what are your cuz tiers? And I go, well, there's 4 in the top tier, which is Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and Lamar. And then Jalen's in the second tier. But for him to get to the first tier, now he's toward the top of the second tier, but for him to get to the first tier, that's where I really want to see him getting the ball out. Getting the ball out and using the middle of the field, use a little bit more Goddard, right? Like I like to see a little bit of that. Finding guys in space.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think all those guys in your first tier are guys that can affect winning, and they need help, obviously. They can't do it by themselves, but they can be the driving force for an offense. And we've seen Jalen be the driving force for spells, but you're right, in a for a stretch in a game, or for a multi-game stretch here, I don't think you necessarily expect that from him. You expect it to be AJ, you expect it to be Saquon that are the primary driving force. And I do think that the next step for him is going to be being able to, we saw it in 22 for some of those games where it really did feel like he was the reason that the offense was going.
Yeah, totally. I think it was different in 22 because they ran so much of the RPO stuff.
Sure, yeah, and that stuff's kind of phased out.
Seen that, right? And then it didn't work the year after because DCs were able to adjust to it. So when those RPOs are working, especially back then, he's got time, right? Because one of the things that he has to work on, and again, if he just has the same year he had last year, who cares? He's good. He's a winner, right? So, and he'll make the money throw all day long. But if we're talking about they want to be more of an open air offense and throw the ball more and all, well, that's stuff that he's got to do. And that means, you got to throw the ball when the windows are not as wide open. Like you can't, he has a tendency to throw it when he does, when he waits for guys to be wide open.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
That's my main man back there.
Yeah, I think you saw it a lot last year that he sort of needs to see it for almost an extended tick, that have that millisecond where it's open, you want him to throw it. And there have been times this summer where he has thrown with timing and anticipation. Some of these deep out routes to Jahan Dotson and Devontae Smith really stand out where he is willing to let it go before they're out of their breaks. But yeah, we definitely haven't had it necessarily, especially not against the Browns. There weren't many instances where he was throwing the ball with that timing and anticipation for sure.
Yeah. No, and again, this is just talking points, interesting. I know they're having the same conversations down there with the coach staff because you're always looking for perfection. That's what you strive for. All right.
Before we get to defense, can I ask you, because I'm a big fullback fan, and Ben Van Sumeren, we haven't heard much about him. I read he had a catch yesterday.
I'm a big fullback fan.
Yeah, man. You're not suddenly, you don't like the fullback? He had a catch. He showed up, had a catch yesterday. What do you think's going on with his involvement going forward? Is it going to be pretty minimal and bare?
Yeah, I mean, he played 22 offensive snaps last year, so I definitely think that it's a limited role, but I think it's still an interesting one, and I feel like he's got a chance. I feel like his spot on the 53-man roster is I would say reasonably secure. I think that he has enough special teams value to make the roster, and then from there, it is definitely a specialist role, but I don't know. I think that the Ben Van Sumeren experiment is an interesting one. I heard he got laid out on that pass, though. I heard that he got knocked over pretty good. He's had a rough camp because Jahad Campbell knocked him out for a few days earlier in the summer too. So, but no, I think that the Ben Van Sumeren thing. I mean, listen, maybe it is. I'm also kind of a fullback guy. I like the old school stuff. So, we haven't seen a ton of it. Kevin Patullo was asked about that the other day. He said, well, these are public practices, so we try to be careful with what we show. I feel like if they were going to use that stuff, we'd have seen it. But I do think that they probably have a small role and vision for him.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's talk the other side of the ball, man. All right, so we'll start. We're all three levels. Let's start D-line. All right, what'd you see from the D-line? I love the fact you were on defense yesterday.
Yeah, no, so did I. So I would say, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, they each kind of had the types of plays that you'd expect from them. They had some run stuffs, not as much pressure. I felt like the edge guys had a lot of pressure. What's interesting is that they've really been rotating those edge guys. It hasn't been Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith with the ones with 100% of the time. It has been more you've seen Azeez Ojulari, Josh Uche with the ones, Agbo Okoronkwo even has gotten some snaps with the first team. So I think they're just really trying to look at those depth edge rushers against the first team to evaluate them a little bit better because they know what they're going to get out of Nolan and Jalix Hunt at this point. That was definitely noteworthy.
Who flashed? Did anybody flash?
Azeez Ojulari had probably his two best practices of the summer, especially the first joint practice, which is surprising because he has not looked very good all summer. Honestly, I think there are some of the down the depth chart guys who honestly have had better summers than him so far. But no, I don't know if it's the different competition. Obviously, these guys really benefit from not being against Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata for a few days. And that was definitely the case for Azeez Ojulari. He definitely had his strongest practice on the first joint practice.
How's you brought up Jordan Davis? How's he looking, man? I mean, we know about the weight loss, but how especially against Cleveland, is he getting penetration?
I feel like he's still a work in progress as a pass rusher. I haven't seen him do too much in terms of getting to the quarterback. I think that I don't know. He's such an interesting player because I think his best strength is actually his quickness. I don't think that he has this diabolical bull rush move. I don't think he's the type of guy who's going to collapse very many pockets, which you look at him and you'd expect him to be able to do that. But his game is more the fear of the power and being able to set that up with the quickness than it is actually the power. So, we've seen some reps.
Heavyweight fighter who's got a great jab.
Yep. Oh, that's a really good analogy. Exactly. So, I think he's going to need to show the power more to really be able to set it up in actual game situations, especially, that's the only way that he wins quick is if he can get by you right off the ball. If he needs to, work a second move, we just haven't seen a lot of that from him this summer. So I think, but on the flip side of it, Moro Ojomo has looked just so disruptive all summer. It doesn't matter who he's going against. I know that people were worried about it being Steen more than Ojomo. Steen had two really good practices against the Browns, and Ojomo is still getting pressure, with regularity. I think that him and Jalen Carter could be a real problem for interior offensive lines come the regular season.
How about how's my man Ty Robinson, our boy, our Husker?
Yeah, he has his moments for sure. I'm glad that he's not going against Laken Vakalahi anymore. That's just not a fair fight. But no, I definitely think him and Gabe Hall, I feel like both of those guys, they've got legitimate roles with this team. I feel like they're important rotational players. And honestly, I think that they're going to keep getting a lot of run in the preseason games. I think that, Vic really wants to get those guys up to speed before the regular season, because once the regular season comes, they're not going to get nearly as many snaps in the game.
All right. Jahad Campbell. Oh, my. Put that picture up again there, Andrew. I love me some Jahad Campbell. I love that kid. I can't wait to watch them defensively because of Carter and Nolan. Look at that kid picking the brain, right? Oh, my God, Myles Garrett. Love it.
Myles Garrett never has a shirt on.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
I mean, if I was Myles Garrett, I wouldn't have a shirt on either.
Look at this, mofos.
Did you guys hear what Jahad Campbell said about his conversation with Myles Garrett?
Tell us.
He said, "Oh, it's just two freaks talking after practice. Just two athletic freaks. No big deal."
I love it. He is a freak.
Yeah, Campbell had a good practice yesterday. It was the first couple plays of practice. He had a PBU on the first play. He had a sack on the second play. I mean, he just he's ready for the regular season. He is one of the most physical players every practice. He's just the extra thud, kind of mixing it up right after the whistle. He is that guy with consistency. So I'm excited to see him and Zach Bond again. Yeah, we haven't seen it. And you see Jahad Campbell fulfilling that Zach Bond role right now, where he's dropping down to the edge right before the snap to mess with the front. He really has that versatility that the Eagles had in Zach Bond. Once both of those guys are out there, it's just going to be such an asset for Vic Fangio to really, just mix up things. They could go to a 6-man front with those two guys on the edge, and you feel pretty good about them stopping the run out of something like that because those guys are so strong when they are playing in that on ball linebacker position.
Yeah, man. I know they're fired up. They're very fired up. All right, let's go to the problem area. All right. All right. Now,
which one?
All right. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
You got 3 spots that you hold your breath, right? Because you got Coop, but you can't clone Coop, right? I wish we could clone Coop.
Yeah, if they could, they would. Yeah.
Right? But let's dissect outside corner, slot corner, and safety. Moving Coop aside.
At outside corner, I thought this was going to be a big week for these guys because, the Deontay Johnsons and Jerry Judys of the world, that's who you're expecting those guys to cover. And Adoree Jackson, he got most of the first team snaps yesterday. Keely Ringo, I don't know if it was maybe it was just the day, but it kind of seemed like he got a demotion. He ran with the second team, and not only did he run with the second team, he was kind of like the line change midway through the team session at outside corner. It was Jacorian Bennett and Mac McWilliams, actually, who are the 2 primary outside corners, even with the 2s. So, Keely Ringo and Eli Ricks were kind of the 2 guys coming in midway through those team periods. So definitely was a noticeable amount of, or I guess a limited amount of snaps that was noticeable for Keely Ringo. Adoree Jackson, like I said, he didn't have a whole lot of work yesterday. Jerry Jeudy had a deep out route that Adoree Jackson tried to undercut, and the ball sailed over his head, but Jeudy couldn't get his feet in bounds. So I think, a better throw and catch, Adoree Jackson would have been caught out of position there. But otherwise, again, didn't get targeted very much. But I don't know. The Eagles play a game in less than 3 weeks, and you would have really liked to know who's going to be at that outside cornerback spot opposite Quinyon Mitchell. We could talk about the Cooper DeJean outside corner plan. I don't think that that's the best use of his skill set. No. I feel like you lose so much at both nickel and safety if you put him there. And again, he can do it, but it's not necessarily, again, like leveraging what he does best. So if you ask me right now, who's the starter week 1? I probably would say Adoree Jackson, which is speaking volumes because a week ago I thought he might get cut. I don't think he's really had a strong claim on a roster spot. And I probably would lean more toward one of the young guys because they have the upside to figure it out midway through the season a little bit more. You hope that the reps can sort of improve them. But I think that Adoree Jackson is it seems like the leader in the clubhouse based off of yesterday.
What about Bennett? You see anything from him?
Yeah, he just hasn't looked great. He's given up a couple of catches. He's not. See, the thing about Keely is that it's like chaotic.
Right.
What's that?
He's still getting used to the defense too.
Yeah, so maybe he settles in, and that gives him a chance to run away with this thing. But the thing with Keely is that it's chaos. Like he's going to give up the big play.
Oh yeah.
He's going to mess up the routine interception. He's the player that you can't trust out there right now. Bennett and Jackson are both they give up catches underneath. They'll give up first downs, but it's not going to be the 60-yard touchdown.
Right.
But again, Bennett, you do need to grade him on a little bit of a curve because he's new to the scheme. But yeah, he hasn't really run away with it either, obviously.
What interesting moving McWilliams outside.
Yeah.
What does he have a shot at this thing?
I think so. And as long as it stays wide open, I don't see why he couldn't be the one to take the job. I mean, he obviously the draft pedigree isn't what you would probably have expected for your starting outside corner, but you got to remember with Vic Fangio, there will be week 1 surprises. There will be, instances where somebody who you didn't really expect to be in that starting lineup made it to the starting lineup. This time last summer, Quinyon Mitchell was still splitting time between nickel and outside corner. So, there's a real chance that Mac McWilliams can kind of run away with this job late. I think the preseason games, tomorrow is going to be huge for him. If he could put together some really strong tape, I could see him really challenging for that job. Again, it's interesting. He used to split time between nickel and outside corner. They've moved him to outside corner full time the last few days, and I think that is because I think they want to see everybody they can, try and figure out if somebody can take this job.
All right, how about safety, man?
Sidney Brown had a good practice yesterday, but it was because the Browns ran the ball a lot and he didn't get thrown at very much. And that's his element. If you're telling him see ball, get ball, that is what he does best. I do wonder about his fit in a full game as a post safety in a Vic Fangio defense. Vic Fangio wants those guys to be cerebral and be like the queens on the chessboard, right?
Yeah.
And Sidney Brown is not really that type of player.
No.
But what's interesting is they've sort of doubled down on that play personality with Andrew Makuba because he plays that same way in game situations. So the thing about Makuba, he played with the second team yesterday, and he worked in a few times at the first team. The thing about him that just has me concerned is like I can count on maybe two hands the amount of times that he's been matched up on a tight end and that tight end has just rose up and caught the ball over him. And that's going to be the thing with him. He's not a big guy, so, he's got good zone coverage chops, but when push comes to shove, if he's matched up on a tight end, he has such a size disadvantage that it is going to be something they're going to have to scheme around.
Well, against great tight ends, you're going to have to put Coop. You're going to have to use Coop on that because those great tight ends will eat you up. There's a ton of them. Throughout this league, you're going to be, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, Vic's going to have to get creative. It's like, you hear people describe secondaries as like a weak link system, almost like an offensive line where it's like, you're not really playing to the strengths of the guys. You're worrying about the guy that's going to get you beat and figuring out how to insulate for that. And, I think that they are going to have to do some of that this year with the outside corner spot. And if it is Makuba at safety, I think they're going to have to be sure that, he doesn't get matched up against those tight ends. And even still, like, that outside corner spot, it's hard to insulate those guys. It's hard to do much to give them a hand other than having Quinyon follow the number one receiver.
All right. What are you expecting tomorrow? You think McKee gets a half or even more? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I was surprised he got so much in the first game. I could see them wanting to see Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Kyle McCord a little bit more. But, yeah, I think at least a half for McKee, especially based off that first game. You do wonder if they're trying to put McKee a little bit in the shop window. Like, this is his chance to kind of show everybody how good he is for next offseason. I don't think they're going to move him anytime soon, but this is a chance for him to kind of get an extended run, show teams what he can do. So, yeah, I think that the quarterback 3 competition, those guys did not get very much work at all the last 2 days. So, maybe they do want to give them a little bit more time in the game because of that, because we just haven't seen a lot of those guys the last 2 practices.
I mean, is it really competition? Like, what DTR is.
Yeah. I mean, the team building side for Kyle McCord, I understand. Like, he's under contract for 4 years. You look at him as a developmental player, but to me, like, Dorian Thompson-Robinson has outplayed him so much the last couple of weeks, especially, that I do wonder, like, Dorian Thompson-Robinson also probably won't make it through waivers. Now, maybe we overstate the preseason performances, but I don't know. If I was making a 53, I'd probably have Dorian Thompson-Robinson on over Kyle McCord. Yeah, no, I would. I mean, he's just outplayed him. McCord has been more.
But here's my pushback. I know what he is. I've seen him. He's undersized. He's not good. He's not a starting quarterback. He's not a number 2 quarterback in the league. Like, if you tell me DTR is your starting quarterback on Sunday, I'm scared to death. It's not
but you're scared with McCord too, right?
What's that?
I'd be just as scared. I'd probably be more scared with McCord. But that's my argument.
Relevant to the conversation because he's my development guy. Like, if I'm down to QB3, like, what am I using for that spot, right? If I'm down to QB3, I'm in trouble, right? No matter who I got. So what's the spot? The spot's for development. Now, you telling me that
it's not like DTR's been in the league for like 7-8 years, though. And, you could really point to his situation with the Browns almost stunted his development.
All right. I watched him in college. He's a good college player. Can't throw. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I like about him other than he can move a little bit. Like, so I look at him like, again, I'm not saying McCord's going to turn into Tanner McKee, but I at least got to give it an honest effort and see what I got out of him. If I can make him, I know the kid can spin it. So I got a skill that I can work with. I don't like the way DTR releases the ball.
Yeah, no, listen. I mean, I think it's a good point. Like, if they're down to their third quarterback, they're in trouble either way.
I'm going out with somebody else. Like, you know,
sure,
like,
yeah.
give me 3, I'm on the street. Like, who do I got? Right.
If you told me that like Kyle McCord makes the roster strictly because he's on a 4-year rookie contract and they're hoping that he is the next McKee, I would understand that. But we've watched Kyle McCord this summer. He has not looked he's not looked like somebody that you'd want to put on the 53-man roster. So if it's a future play, I understand it, but I don't know. I think Dorian Thompson-Robinson has outplayed him enough for me to feel confident that he's more deserving of that quarterback 3 spot.
And then what are you judging? Like just the limited reps in practice with the 3s?
Yeah, I mean, just like when we see those guys.
And even in the preseason game, Kyle's playing behind a kid that's playing his second football game in his life.
Yeah, but those guys run in the same with the third team in practice the same way. So, and in practice, McCord is just so it's like
you see that, I'll defer to you when it comes to it. But I'm just
no. I mean, in practice, Dorian Thompson-Robinson has looked significantly better the last couple of weeks. So again, like that isn't all of the equation. Like to your point, the team building side of it. You know, Bo and I disagree on this too. So the team building side of it is definitely something that favors McCord. But if you're like this is a title contention team, you know, if you're telling me one of these guys has to go in for a half, you know, I would much rather have Dorian Thompson-Robinson going in for that half.
All right. I mean, you know, I still go. I don't like. There's nothing I like. What does he do good? Other than
I mean, he has had some decent throws this summer. I agree with you. He's not a high level passer.
I saw, but you know, when I see Mark games, I cringe. Even the other night in preseason, like just the way he looks throwing up, like he's not a quarterback.
Yeah, but I think McCord is just swimming right now. So if you're telling me it's
and that I could totally see. Like I don't disagree at all with that.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think this isn't necessarily like the hill that I want to die on, the Dorian Thompson-Robinson hill. Like, you know, I didn't have going to bat for DTR on my bucket list here, but no, I do think that he's made a case.
It is.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Hey, EJ, before you get out of here, every day I read that Trout Jr. is just around the ball making tackles. How did he look to you yesterday?
You know, he's looked rock solid all summer. What's interesting, though, is like it's hard to imagine him playing over Jahad Campbell, and he doesn't offer a whole lot when it comes to special teams. So I feel like he really is kind of your depth linebacker if one of those guys gets hurt. But yeah, it's strange. I guess athletically he's just limited to the point where he does not really have a lot of special teams juice. So no, he's made it hard for Jahad Campbell. You know, it hasn't been a straight runway for him in that regard because Jeremiah Trotter Jr. looks solid. But no, it's definitely not been, to his fault that Jahad Campbell's kind of running away with this thing.
I'm looking forward to a little Cooper. Diary, I like D Coop. All right. I forget about Bradley Cooper. I need some D Coop coming on right now. I think he's going to have another big game tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think
that's my boy, man. I love that kid.
They love him in there too. You can tell every time a coach talks to him, or talks about him, they slip in, and he's just a great person. And you know, the thing that I think is interesting is like they are giving him so many chances on special teams. The last few practices, he's returning kicks. He's with the kickoff unit. He's with the punt. He's the first punt gunner up. They want him. I think that they are definitely trying.
I know he's in.
They want him to find his way onto this team or earn his way onto this team with the special team stuff.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. All right, 2:00, baby. Let's do it. EJ, my man. There he is, EJ Smith. All right, take care of some business. EJ, of course, on the Xfinity mobile hotline. You know who's coming up?
I can't wait.
You know what the best is? This is when you know you are like the king of the NFL. Yesterday, we talked about the beers, right? And Landon's got the cooler, right? Mm-hmm. And who's one of the first people he throws a Miller Lite to? Baldy. That's it. So coming up. You don't want to go anywhere. Baldy's coming up.
I was at the pub last night. We were holding the boys at the bar question to Baldy. They're so excited to have their question asked to Baldy. You would think that when we're asking the Pope about this.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's the Pope.
Yeah.
He's Pope Baldy. He's coming up next. Let's talk about some of our sponsors. Thank you. And let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Yes. What do we got tonight? We need a win, man.
Phillies are a hefty favorite tonight, -177. We got we got Wheels.
Yeah,
Wheels up tonight. Oh, it's Wheels. Mackenzie Gore.
Yeah, Gore stinks. Gore's getting lit up.
I know.
He's getting lit up.
So Wheeler.
Well, I need Wheeler.
7.5 is strikeout over under with Wheeler.
I wouldn't touch it tonight.
No?
No. I just don't like the way he's throwing.
Do you like you like a run line? Phillies run line?
Yeah,
with Gore?
Phillies -1. Yeah, actually, yeah, because they're going to hit Gore. Offense hits tonight.
-1.5 is
Castellanos.
-104.
Nick gets a hit tonight. All right? Nick, what's 2 bases? Give me 2, Nick, for 2 bases. All right? Because he's going to double tonight off of Mackenzie Gore. Lefty, he hits lefties.
Nick 2 bases is +115.
All right, there you go.
Lock it up.
Lock it up, Danny.
Lock it up.
Oh, you might as well sprinkle a home run on there. +450.
Go, yeah.
I think
maybe
Sosa,
a stolen base.
Here's my SGP: Sosa, Bader, Nick, all to get a hit or 2 bases, however you want to do it. Do 2 bases. Sosa,
bottom of the lineup, getting it done tonight.
Yeah, Sosa. Well, because the lefty.
Yeah,
and he's a hittable lefty.
Sosa, Bader, and
Nick, all to get 2 bases.
10-1.
There you go.
10-1.
That's my play for you.
Right. I like it.
All right,
it's fired
that's my
in.
play.
Fired in.
Fired in, Danny DDAD. Don't forget the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app and in the casino. Live dealer, blackjack, roulette, the whole thing is right there on your phone. So much fun to use. Check it out, all right? New customers get up to $1,000 casino bonus back. You got to be 21. BetParks.com has all the details. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's also talk about our good friends at Golden Nugget Jewelers. That's where Philly gets engaged. Here's your ID. Now, your idea I have for you, all right? Football's around the corner. We got the big game next Friday.
Huge.
Right? Prep versus American Heritage. Charlie Folk.
Let's go,
against
man.
Dia Bell.
Yes,
it's going to be great. And then college football. I did the Matt Rule show yesterday. We taped 2 episodes.
We fired up?
Yeah, I was fired up, man. How about Thursday night, August 28th, at Arrowhead Stadium against Cincinnati?
Wow.
Yeah, we were fired up.
That's a big one.
My boy was fired up. It was great. You guys are going to love it, too, because we talked a lot about Temple days in Philadelphia. He's a big Eagles man, so you guys will love that stuff. Golden Nugget Jewelers, because football's happening in fantasy and the SGPs, everything else, get the preemptive present.
Genius.
The PP.
Get in front of it.
Yes.
Be proactive.
Yes, another P is exactly right. Go to Golden Nugget Jewelers, all right, on 8th and Chestnut, Heart of Jewelers Row. Go see your own. That's my man. Tell him I need a gift for my girl.
Get ahead of the game, man.
Necklace, earrings.
Don't get a football charm. No. Don't get like a diamond-encrusted football charm.
And in fact, what I would do is like tomorrow night, Eagles got a preseason game in the afternoon. Go do a date night spontaneous and then give her the gift.
There you go.
Over the next week or 2, get in there. Hey, let's go to dinner. I feel like I want to get a couple drinks, go get some dinner. And then you give the gift.
Drop in some gifts, yeah.
Yeah, you drop in a hey, Yeah. I know. Listen, I'm telling you now that football's happening. I'm going to be in and out. So I just want to let you know I was thinking about you. I don't want to be, the ghost, the football ghost. So I just take this.
Dropping some knowledge on these guys, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then go do your fantasy football draft.
Man, you're great, man. You're in.
Buys you some time.
And it does, because every time she gets a little irritated, go, see, that's why, look at that. It looks beautiful, that necklace on you.
Yeah.
Look at those earrings. Your face, beautiful, radiant.
Anytime.
Watch his first and goal.
Right? It's like,
she gives you static. You just send her a picture of her wearing it.
yeah, look how
here's
gorgeous
a
you look.
reminder.
You're hooked up, man. So go to Golden Nugget Jewelers, 8th and Chestnut, man. That'll do the trick for this football season. Trust me, GoldenNuggetJewelers.com. It's where Philly gets engaged. This portion of the program is brought to us by the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. My man Danny D hanging around. And here we go. Brought to us by Ford, the F-150. The only thing bigger, stronger, and more elegant is Baldy.
Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Baldy. Oh, he likes meats and football.
Oh, Baldy on the Xfinity mobile hotline. Baldy.
Good morning, guys.
No problem.
VG, how are you, man?
Good.
You know why you're the coolest? Is that yesterday, practice, right? Joint practice, and they're the boys, right? All the boys are getting together. There's Landon, he's got the cooler. And right away, tosses Baldy a beer. Baldy rap. You know, that's why you're the coolest, man. You walk in, you know, you have those circles.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good group, man. I mean, anybody that's watched Cleveland, I mean, I know the record has been good and hasn't been good, but like, you look inside at Wyatt Teller, Ethan Posick, Joel Bitonio, Jack Conklin, they're good players, man. They've been good players for a long time. And they're just guys, you know. And you know, you put Landon and Lane and, you know, the other guys that were there. I mean, it's just a good session. Good session. I mean, you know, Landon Dickerson can be if you put a camera on Landon Dickerson, it's a Netflix show. It just is. He can build anything. His mind is agile. He's tougher than, you know, Texas shoe leather. Like, it's just, you know, he's just an entertaining cat, man. Like Lane, he keeps Lane young. You know what I mean?
I love it. I'm sorry. I love that. That's a great line, man. You always have those zingers.
Like, what line hit you, cuz?
Texas shoe leather.
Oh, Texas. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just like he's just, you know, he's telling stories about Alabama.
Yeah.
You know, you go back there. And,
stuff, man.
you know, he built a weight room out of just, you know, hey, just leave the barbells like on the back dock and leave the door open. I'll get it to my yard and I'll build a weight room so that the guys can come over and train because, you know, nobody was allowed in the school. Like, you know, the guy's he's just next level, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let me ask you a question. I got a proposal. Because speaking of weight rooms, so you're a big proponent of Lane's weight
barn.
The barn.
Yeah.
So here's my if I go to Lane and I go, Lane, I got Xfinity. We'll make it the Xfinity barn, right? We'll sponsor it. Could I get Anthony in the barn?
Well, I don't think you need to, you know, get Xfinity to sponsor him. I think he would let little Ant in there to work out. He's got his trainer.
No, I know, but I think, you know, just because I think if I show respect, I come hat in hand. Like, you don't come empty-handed. Like,
yeah, well, no, I understand that part. I get that. But, you know, Lane is, you know, Lane loves when people come over, you know, and train in the barn. Honestly.
Yeah, I need a spot over. Like, I got my boy Joe. How about Joe?
Aces.
Joe the trainer is one of the greatest, right? He does his speed work, but he's still got to lift. I need to pump in the iron. I looked at him today. He looked well.
You know, they made all the equipment is homemade. All right, he's got a buddy in Oklahoma that made most of the equipment, like real steel, like an iron worker, you know. And so, like, everything is made for heavyweight and big people. Like, you know, I mean, it's not like, you know, if you got a 00 little, you know, chica over there, she's probably not going to find the right, you know, barbell or something to work with. So it's made for big people.
The chica, I love it. All right, let's get to business. All right, not a good 2 days for the Birds in the joint practice. Let's go offense. What do you see? Man, when A.J. Brown's not there in the passing game, man, it goes down a little bit. What'd you see, buddy?
Well, you know, look, I mean, he's one of the top 3 receivers in football.
Right.
So if you want to go A.J., Justin, Jamar, I mean, okay, CD. I mean, I mean, he's an elite player. So he's going to draw coverage. I mean, I was in the end zone when they were running a red zone drill. It didn't look very good yesterday. A lot of incompletions. But, you know, Cleveland plays you got Myles Garrett on one side, and he's like he's tuned up now. All right, like he wanted to, his owner's out there walking around, like he put on a show yesterday. But so that's one part. But they got some guys that can man you up now. Newsome and Denzel Ward. I mean, that's their specialty is man coverage. So if you're not making pinpoint passes and separating, like you're probably not going to find the end zone very often.
Well, I was told Jalen got to get rid of the ball, man. It's holding on a little bit too long.
Listen, I watched Jalen in this drill. It kind of irritates me, all right? I don't know if irritates the right word, but I'm a little confused. Like, I've seen him in scrimmaging Miami a couple of years ago, and you're running a red zone drill, and he's holding it, and then he just, he runs. I'm like, well, you can run anytime. Make the throw. Make the read, make the throw. Even if there's tight coverage, like throw the guy over. Like, he won't do that.
Yeah.
He won't make the throw. But that's Jalen. Like, that's why he averaged 21 passes a game the last 17 games. Like he's either going to run it, take the sack, throw it away, but he's not going to, and he's going to extend the play, but he's not going to make a throw on time sometimes if he doesn't feel it's there. You can't argue because he took care of the football as well as anybody last year. But in that drill, I feel like that drill is designed to make the throw.
Yeah. Now, I listen, that's kind of what I heard. Out of the last 2 days. And, I think if you're going to make him, because there's some talk about, opening up the offense a little bit, more throwing, right? If you're going to do that, well, then he's got to make those throws.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. The formula looked pretty good last year. AJ Dillon looks in shape, and Shipley, like they've got a good group back there. So, when Landon's going to get back, I don't know if he's back ready for Cowboys or the following week. I'm not sure, but he's going to be back in there. Like Tyler Steen looks like he's ready to go. And these young guys are getting brought up to speed pretty quickly. That Drew Kendall played a great game last Thursday night.
What else you see? Well, I tell you one thing. On the other side of the ball, wow, Jihad's going to be a player. He's going to be a baller, Baldy.
Well, so if you take a guy that's 6'3", and he's 240 pounds, and he runs in the low 4.5s, and he has instincts, and he loves to hit, like, he's going to be a factor. Like, him and Zach together, like, you can talk about Trot, you can talk about all these other guys. I mean, it's his job. And they could be as good as anybody. At that tandem right now. Like, you can't take your eyes off number 30. Like, you just can't, because I've always said this, if your middle linebacker is fast, your defense looks fast. They got faster. So speed's important. Like, just, you're playing Jaden Daniels, and he wants to pull the ball. Like, you saw what happened to him last year at home. Like, they flattened him on 4th down.
Yeah.
He couldn't turn the corner. He turned the corner on everybody else. Like, he's not going to turn the corner on Jihad Campbell if he's chasing him and flattening him to the sideline. He's going to run him right to the sideline.
I mean, I'm really excited. Like, the middle of that defense between Jalen, right, Zach, Jihad, Coop. I mean, damn.
Jordan Davis looks better.
Ball. Yeah.
Jordan Davis is just massive in pads. We'll see if he can stay on the field this year. I mean, that's his goal, to get out there for 50% of the plays. But Jalen, he actually looks leaner. He just has that look on his face, like at any point he could just snap on anybody he just has that look. Yeah. Like, I saw him yesterday. Hey, Carter, come over.
Yeah, man.
He comes over and he's like I didn't know if he was going to like smack me or like if he wanted to like hug me. I didn't know. Like, you don't know you can't read that guy. Like, he's just going to react violently.
Yeah.
Like nobody else in this business. But Nolan Smith is ready to roll. Jay looks like they got, like, we'll see what Uche and Ojulari and some of these guys look like, but Ty Robinson, like, they're loaded. They're loaded up front.
Yeah. Now the trouble spot is in the corner, in the secondary. You got to figure out where you want to play Coop, right?
That's a classic Baldy eye roll.
Yeah, like he know. Like, listen, because here's the deal. Like, you got Coop, you can't clone Coop, so you got to figure out in base. He's going to be at safety, but you want him in nickel, all right, or I mean, do you keep him at safety? You got issues, man. Like, who's going to win that outside corner spot?
Well, I mean, look, they play the Cowboys the first week. I mean, their CD's right in the slot. Like, you'd love to have Cooper in there, just not letting him get off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're playing teams with tight ends that are flexed, and they're in that slot. Like, he's going to jam them right at the line. Like, I think that's his natural position. Most teams are in a 3 wide receiver set or 2 receivers and a tight end who's flexed, Kelsey, whatever. So, they got Kansas City week 2. I mean, you kind of like to see him just jamming Kelsey and not letting him get off the line of scrimmage. Now, look, I mean, they traded for Jacorian Bennett for a reason. I mean, the guy came out of Maryland and he ran into 4 threes. Like, he hasn't been a great player, but he's got skills and he can run. So there looks to be an open competition at one of the corners right now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that Bennett, because it doesn't look good. And then the other issue, what I hear about Mukuba, and we just talked to EJ. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Like, first of all, Sidney Brown's really more of a box safety, and Mukuba, he said, listen, he's got coverage chops, but guys are catching balls over him, and these tight ends, man. They're going to.
Well, we saw Njoku yesterday catch a red zone touchdown. I mean, and that throw was by, Dylan Gabriel, and it was like they couldn't cover him. So it's like the safety position. Obviously, the Eagles have been drafting them. It doesn't mean that they're going to be great players. I mean, we can't really know until you actually play real games. Because if you make mistakes on the back end, you give up touchdowns. That's what they did 2 years ago when they gave up 35 passing touchdowns. Like, the back end was horrible. Now, it was much better last year with Chauncey and Reed and the whole group. But, that is a position that everybody is nervous about in this league. And so if you miss tackles, you give up big runs, big plays. If you blow coverages, you give up touchdowns. So it is a position where, you got to make sure you got dependable people back there and are communicating with everybody back there. It's not easy, and you can't just throw draft picks at that position. Very few of them come in here and just are ready to play day one.
Yeah. No, I listen. I feel you. All right. One last thing on the Eagles. So tomorrow, 1:00 game. You're going to NFL Network, right? You're going back to LA today?
I'm flying out there today.
Yeah.
By the way, not because I'm working for the network. It was the highest rated opening preseason game or preseason weekend we've ever had.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like the anticipation
totally
and the thirst for football in this country. And we keep saying, like, can it keep growing?
Yes.
It's never been higher
than
it is right now.
Dude, you know what's so funny is I was upset there was no game last night. Like,
right. I was surprised they didn't have Thursday night football last night.
I mean,
honestly,
I don't know about you. I mean, you live it, right? But normally, listen, I put it in perspective, but it was highly entertaining. Like, it was actually a great preseason weekend. Like, I actually enjoyed the game.
Yes. No. I mean, a lot of these games came down to the wire, and you watch New Orleans trying to find a quarterback. Guy throws a pick six on one play, comes right down the field and throws a 54-yard touchdown to Mason Tipton on the next series. Like, he bounced right back. So that's what. So in every game that I saw, and I watched most of them, like, there was something that drew my attention.
Yes.
That could capture anybody's attention.
Yes. I was texting you. I was bugging him. Well, I'm watching again with bugging Baldy while he was at work.
The opener trashed the NBA Finals rating-wise. Trashed it. It trashed the NBA Finals.
The freaking preseason NFL opener.
Is that right? Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. By millions. It wasn't
we have four games. We have 4 games on the NFL Network on Saturday.
I know.
I guess wall-to-wall ball just on the NFL. No, you can go find some of the other games. But you got 4 games on Saturday. Wall-to-wall ball.
Yeah.
The viewership, like he's saying, it's unbelievable.
It's insane, man. It's insane. It's incredible. What do you expect? Now, you have the joint practices. What do you think about the game itself? Like, so you're going to see, because you're going to see Tanner, my guess is, for another half and change. And then, I guess, the Browns I'm going to go with Gabriel because Shador can't play. So a lot of Gabriel tomorrow.
Flacco got a lot of work. I saw Joe and his family after practice. He got his 5 kids, his wife out there. He had like almost 70% of all the snaps.
Yeah, he won't
over the
play
last
tomorrow.
2 days.
You'll put him in bubble wrap for tomorrow.
I mean, maybe a series, but I don't think so. I think you're going to see Dylan. This is a chance for him to shine. I mean, Shador got hurt in the weight room, and then he hurt himself, even worse, throwing the ball. Like, he's done. He's in bubble wrap for sure. Like, you tear an oblique muscle or just stretch an oblique muscle.
Yeah.
Like, there's very little you can do. I mean, that thing, there's nothing you could do. I mean, it just heals on its own whenever it heals. So he's going to be down. So it's unfortunate, but it's going to be like, I saw Dylan Gabriel make some good, I just think he's too small, but I saw him make a number of good throws yesterday. And so, the ball comes out, he throws a tight spiral. He's accurate. I played a lot of college football. Like, I'm anxious to see what he does. But, we saw this kid, Cooper, number 41, light it up last week. Got some great releases. I know
I was going to
preseason.
ask you about him. I love that kid. Tarleton State. I love
Tarleton State.
I love him. He's legit, man.
Well, I don't know if he is or not, but he kind of, there's things about him.
Legit.
Like, he's not as big as A.J. Brown. I'm not comparing him to A.J. Brown. But A.J.'s got these releases that are crazy good. This kid's got great feet. He caught everything with his hands. He separated on the touchdown. Like, he made a lot of big plays last week. Johnny Wilson, we know he's 6'7". He went up and caught played a lot of tall ball with Tanner last week. Had 3 big catches between them. Kind of want to see what some of these guys might be able to do.
Cooper makes the roster.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if he does or not.
He makes
practice squad. I don't, I'm not sure yet, but I mean,
he's going to
it can't hurt to have a good game against a team that's going to play a lot of press coverage.
Yeah.
Look, this Miles Hinton, I told Stout yesterday, like, I played with his dad in Indianapolis. His dad was the single most talented lineman ever played with, Chris Hinton.
Yep.
And he was involved in the Elway trade back in 83.
He was a great player.
But he's got 2 sons in the league. He's got one as a defensive lineman. This Miles Hinton, they tell me, like, this guy can play left tackle in this league. And so, Drew Kendall, his dad, Pete Kendall, played in this league for a long 13 years. He played great the other night. Like, it's just unusual. Like, Matt Pryor gets drafted by the Eagles. He plays here. He goes to Indy. He goes to San Francisco. He starts for Chicago last year. He's back. Like, they don't care. They'll take him back. Like, he can still play swing tackle, swing guard. He's 6'8", he's 345. He's just, you can't hurt him. Never gets hurt. Like, he's indestructible. Like, they just keep developing these guys like nobody else.
All right, let's go quickly. Division week 2 preseason. As we sit here, anything you are hearing about the rest of the division?
Well, look, I mean, Caleb's going to play. And I just think all these quarterbacks have to play. Like, you're not going to get better. Mental reps are nonsense. Like, you got to play. So I'm excited to see Caleb, because I believe in Caleb, and the reports are mixed, but Ben Johnson coaches hard. Had a hard camp. Like, he's given them a lot. There's a lot of verbiage in calling a play in Chicago, but it's been the number 1 offense in football. So, he's digesting it. I want to see Caleb.
Don't you have to? Isn't this kind of like a second rookie year for Caleb? Like, you almost had to break him because what he did at USC, like, he's got a lot of talent, man. He can throw the ball, spin it, a lot of things he does, you love. But that joystick game he played in college, you got to break him of that.
Yeah, you do. And, last year was a disaster. The coach was a joke.
Right. The
offensive coordinator. Like, it was the offense made no sense. It used to disturb me. Literally, I'd get disturbed watching it. And so that didn't help Caleb. But, you get sacked 68 times and you're taking off too soon because you think they've addressed all the weaknesses in the offense. So they got 2 good tight ends. They got a better offensive line. They got a competition at left tackle. Like, he should be better, period. But I saw Tyson Bagent take the team down on a 16-play drive, 94 yards, threw a beautiful touchdown pass. The coach was raving about him. And, everybody that's watched Tyson, they know he can play. So, they're kind of juicing him up here a little bit, like, go play better than Tyson this week. But, the Cowboys got to play their offensive line. They're minus Tyler Guyton. They better start getting that thing together because they looked Joe Milton couldn't complete a pass in the first quarter and a half last week. And I know Dak wasn't in there, but their offense line's got to play better. They need to play. So I'm just go around the league. Like, you're going to see a lot of teams, when it was a 4-game preseason, teams would play their starters in the third one most. Like, I think that's what you're going to see this weekend. So you should see a lot of starters around the league out there this week.
Yeah, this should be an interesting week compared to next week. Everybody gets shut down. Okay. That next week will be no good. This is, like he said, the week 3.
I'm in. I'm locked in all weekend.
There's a phrase that people used to use for this, and it used to drive me. It still drives me nuts. They go, "This is the dress rehearsal." I'm like, if you want to go to, go watch a play on Broadway, you have dress rehearsals. You step between the lines here. There's no dress rehearsals. Like, people are taking their heads off. Like, there is no dress rehearsal in football.
I love that you have Danny.
I know you like that.
I hear people use that phrase, and it drives me nuts. Like, no, this is not. We're not putting a Broadway play on here. This is football. Like you better take it serious.
That's it, baby.
Take it serious. All right, do me a favor. You got anything for Baldy before I give him? He's got to break some.
No, he's good.
All right, you got to break some arguments. All right.
Okay.
All right, I got some arguments going on.
All right.
Number one, I get a lot of heat because I stand up for the Chargers. Like, I don't even care about the Chargers. But they all hate Harbaugh. And I'm like, the guy's a great coach. Like,
he's a great coach.
Won at Michigan. He won.
He's won everywhere.
He's going to win with the Chargers. He just is. They kill Herbert. And it's like, he had a horrible coach pre-Harbaugh. He had basically one receiver last year. I mean, give the kid a real shot because I think the kid's got talent.
He does have talent. He's got incredible talent. He needs to run more. He's a great runner. When he won a Rose Bowl at Oregon, like, he was the MVP because of his ability to run. And they ran him some last year. But I believe in Jim Harbaugh, man. That guy's a great. He's just his energy level and what he does for players. Like, their defense was as soft as any Charmin defense in football for the past few years. Brandon Staley, it was a joke there. They were the number 1 scoring defense in football last year. They tackled like crazy. They played 2 rookie corners, and they had the number 1 defense in football. Diane Henley is an animal at middle linebacker. Like, Derwin James never played better than he did last year. Like that. Like, Harbaugh knows how to coach, man. He just knows how to motivate.
He's a guy.
Yeah, I still don't.
They won 11 games. They won 11 freaking games.
About everybody hates him.
He's not a likable guy. I don't know what it is.
He's a football coach.
Maybe it's the khakis. It's the who's got it better than the Harbaughs? Nobody. I mean, people don't like that stuff. It doesn't play well in the public realm. He seems like a J.
Listen, VG. Let me tell you something. We need coaches who have personalities. This thing used to be driven by Buddy Ryan, by Mike Ditka. It used to be driven by personalities. And now it just got to the point where we just got these blanched coordinators calling plays. We need guys that will stand up in a podium and just say things that people don't like. Bill Parcells could be the most likable guy and the most despised person in the same day, in the same press conference.
Yeah.
You just need guys that want to prick you, challenge you to do your homework. No, I love that guy, man. We need him.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get pricked. Especially not by a Harbaugh. No, thank you.
I mean, what are the odds? I mean, they're both so successful. You got to respect it.
I'm not saying he's a bad coach.
He won at the University of San Diego. You know what the number 1 course at San Diego is? Frisbee throwing. They're throwing frisbees out there at San Diego. He won at that place. They don't have any players. They're playing golf and frisbee at San Diego, and he won there.
All right, so let me ask you about Herbert, because even in the chat, they're going off.
I bring it up, and the chat rips me HH.
They say he's got talent, but he chokes in big games, big situations.
How many big games has he played in?
Well, maybe it's because he's not a good quarterback. I don't know.
I know. I thought I saw him down 27-0 against Jacksonville and came back and won the game. 2 years ago.
Little people think he's people put him in the upper echelon of quarterbacks, and he hasn't played up to that level.
Well, I mean, the quarterback is like, if you put him in the Eagles offense, like Justin Herbert might throw for 5,000 yards. They might throw it 70% of the time. That guy, when you just sometimes, I mean, I know Cuz loves watching quarterbacks, but if there's some guys in this league, if you just watch them warm up, you're like, that talent's different than everybody else.
Well, the talent's
like his ability to throw a football, like he threw 3 interceptions the whole season last year. You know, I mean,
he had
like
one really good receiver.
Like if you look at Quentin Johnston, the guy's got hands like feet.
He dropped.
Like, honestly, like
it's like feet.
They are pizza board hands. Goes flat.
They had one legitimate receiver last year, Lad McConkey. That was it, man.
Thank you.
I mean, he's great, but he may not be able to handle the pressure of
Philadelphia. What do you know? He had 1 year with Harbaugh. Give him the break.
Hey, man, I'm just being a
mouthpiece
for the people.
But respect the game. You guys love the sport. You're great fans. Respect the game.
There you go. Big Farts Jones, the Chargers of the Cowboys, unserious joke novelty franchise. This is what
Well, you can say that. You can say that about the Cowboys. They did win 12 games in a row, 3 years in a row. You know, I mean, when Dan Quinn was taking the ball away the most in the NFL over a 3-year stretch, and Dak was the number 1 quarterback in football, you can say they're a joke because of what they've done in the postseason, and that's fair. But you win 12 games in a row, 3 years in a row, like that was unmatched during that 3-year stretch. Now it fell apart. Dak got hurt. You know, everybody got hurt. Overshown got hurt. Micah got hurt last year. If you took Jalen out, if you took Jalen Carter out, and if you took, you took Quinion out of the Eagles lineup, and AJ, like they'd fall apart too.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. This is not about anything other than because they're a benign franchise. I don't know why there's hate. That's all. That's the only reason why I bring it up. Dude, the Kelsey podcast, right? With Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
See,
it's going to be the biggest podcast of all time.
It's unbelievable.
The views are going to break the all.
Jason was talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, tell us about
it. He said that evidently, I don't know if this is true or not, but it like broke the internet. It shut it down for a while.
It crashed. It crashed, but the initial views, like Trump on Rogan, active watchers, like when it aired, it trashed that. Like that was they had over 1 million people when it went live.
I mean,
watching
that's unbelievable. Like whatever you want to say, love, hate, whatever. It's unbelievable the amount of people.
Yeah, but think about it. It's literally the culmination of the entertainment world coming together.
Right.
The biggest, performer in the world.
Right.
Okay. Coming together with Travis on the best franchise in the most popular sport in the world, and Jason, a personality. It's all coming together. And so there's only a couple people in the whole world that could unite and that could create that type of buzz.
Yeah, that's wild. Like just the sheer number of people, whatever you think of it, you go,
yeah,
that's just impressive.
No, but like it, and people like are questioning why, I don't know, terrestrial radio or television is dying, because we'll never be able to, outside of football, which will be 48 of the top 50 television shows this year, and maybe all 50. Like there's only a couple things that can actually unite people together. Like TV can't do that anymore. And so it's all splintered, and it's going to these type of, these type of.
Listen, this is why we do this.
I'll say over here.
When do we launch? So yesterday we had the Matt Rule. We taped the Matt Rule show. A lot of Paul. Your ears should have been ringing because.
Well, it was funny because what's Matt's little guy, the PR director?
Sean.
Well, he was at practice yesterday.
He told me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was checking in on Matt with them.
Yeah.
But obviously Ty Robinson is his guy.
Yes.
And so But I felt the ears ringing.
Yeah.
When I saw him
because
yesterday.
we shot it. Yeah. Sean. It was funny. Sean hit me up. Yeah, I saw Baldy. I was at practice today. And then Matt and I were doing the show, and we were telling meat locker stories. How I used to pick him up 4:45 in front of. He would be on the step. He lived in Society Hill. Right? No, the other side of Broad Street, like towards Rittenhouse. He'd be on he had the Daily News. He'd be on the step, wait for me to pick him up. We'd be out the night before, Baldy drinking beers and everything, and then pick him up. Sure enough, then Baldy show up, coffee, Pinky, right, and that we have our meat locker. It was How much fun was that?
Well, it was great because Matt really, if you're a prominent coach at either the NFL or the college level like Matt has been, you turn programs around. You have to be able to communicate in ways that is far more than just XOs. You have to be entertaining. You have to know, you never know what you're going to draw from to motivate your team or what your message is going to be, because you can't give the same stale message to your team. You're constantly trying to innovate, create, and give them a different message to get the same juice out of them. So Matt has that ability to do it with the best of them.
Yeah. It's the truth. All right, last thing, birthdays. Like, we're on this topic of birthdays. So Andrew, our fine producer, we love him, but Andrew's birthday was last weekend, right?
Yeah.
He took off Friday and he took off Monday for a Saturday birthday, all right? And it was incessant talking about, it's my birthday week, it's my birthday month.
That's what teenage girls do. Teenage girls do that. What in the world? I got us to God.
And he didn't go anywhere, Baldy.
It's only one day a year,
He
Baldy.
stayed local. He took
Stop it, Andrew. Stop it, man.
And he's turning 33. I said, listen, all right, like, if you got a birthday after 21 and you're a dude, you get the even numbers to actually go celebrate. Go out with your boys, tie one on. You get the 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 till you're dead, right? That's it.
Well, here's the thing, is that I just had this discussion with a girl the other day about birthdays. And I'm like, I'm not anti-birthday. It's just that I feel like I'm celebrating every day of my life to begin with. Why do I need a special day just because I was born on that day? Like January 7th, all right, it's a good day. I turned another year older, so what? Like January 6th, I'm already doing something. It's a playoffs. I'm already doing something that I absolutely love to do. So like, do I need a special day when you're my age? Like, every day feels special.
Right.
2 days, weekend, Friday and Monday.
Yeah, 2 days.
And they, like I said, teenage girls.
Stayed local.
Yes. Oh, it's my birthday, man.
He got on the links. He got on the
Yeah, let's
links.
play golf. Come on.
He got on the links.
How to get out there?
Yeah. No, thank you. I just need, because listen, we got to guide them. I mean, it's not fair. We can't expect them to act right if you don't tell them what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, you have to give them the guidelines.
Yeah.
Like, this is not tolerated. It's not tolerated behavior.
No.
You can't.
No, birthdays are for children. All right. That's it.
Yeah, blow out candles.
Go to that.
Invite a bunch of kids over. Go play. The frisbee in the backyard. Go play some t-ball or something. Great. Take them to a little playlands place.
Yeah.
Honest to God, we can play golf anytime. You don't need a birthday to go play golf.
Yeah, thanks.
I agree with that. Yeah. Golf anytime.
Right? Like, I know you do. You don't celebrate your birthday. It's my birthday month.
No, I think it's just.
I didn't do birthday month.
You did birthday week. It's my birthday week.
Birthday week.
I heard about your birthday for a month.
You threw it on Instagram. It was Jalen Hurst's birthday. You're like, oh, fellow Leo, my birthday's tomorrow.
He's getting into the signs.
That's a violation.
Big time
Can I ask one question with the boys at the bar real quick?
Yeah.
Real question. I got boys at the bar. I want to know from you, Baldy.
Yeah.
Allen may be the best O-line coach ever, but why can't other teams seem to come anywhere close to being able to get replacement O-line people to play as well? Is it something he connects better with his players, or drills, techniques? What's he doing that other people aren't?
Good question.
He drills differently than everybody else. He's the only coach in the NFL that trains his players game day on the field, starters and backups and practice squad players. Like, they get a full days of work in. So that's one. Number two, he has a way to just get underneath your skin to get the best out of you. Like, he just has these things that, like, it to this day, Lane Johnson, like, he still hears this voice in his head, 13 years later. And he's been in a stable situation. But Bill Callahan's a great coach. He's in Tennessee right now. There's a couple guys, but I think Stout's the best, because there's three things you got to be able to do. You got to be able to develop young players, which he does as well as anybody. Jordan Mailata is a prime example. Number two, you've got to be able to figure out how to play together. So you individually you develop players. Two, you bring a camaraderie together and create this unity, this brotherhood. And then number three, you got to fix things game day when things aren't working. Like whether it's protection, how the hell to get to the Mike linebacker, like how are we getting to Bobby Wagner this week in this run game? You got to, like some days, game day, like you're all covered up, you can't get there. Well, let's figure out how to get there. Like you got to be able to adjust on the fly in the game. And he's the master at all three.
And I think just the way that players talk about him, football is football, right? There's coaches, there's different formations and different philosophies, but those guys, everyone talks about them. They truly love him and want to run through a wall for him. I think that connection he has with the players is something that's like an intangible.
Well, just look at Mekhi Becton. Like he's not even on the field with the Chargers right now, and he played as well as any guard in football last year, and that was because of the camaraderie and because of Stoutland, and he's not doing that with the Chargers right now. He's not even practicing right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Back to being his old Mekhi self.
Wow. Boys from the Bar coming up big. By the way, breaking news, Michigan for the sign stealing thing get fined more than $20 million. And Sharon Moore is going to be suspended for a game in 2026.
20 million?
Yeah. So anyway, that just came.
Where does that money go?
Yeah, good question.
You know, it's the truth. Like, the NFL goes to NFL charities.
Right. Well, where's that money go in college when you find?
Did you get a write-off?
School $20 million.
When you got fined?
What's that?
Did you get a write-off when you got fined?
I only got fined one time in my life. So I was joining a fight. I didn't write it off. There was enough money to write off. But just joined a fight on the field and they fined me. That was it.
That's cool. You want to do a fight?
Yeah.
That was a good fight?
It was, it was Cowboys and Redskins, man. That was a good fight.
Yeah, that's good.
We're just trying to protect our quarterback.
Yeah. Speaking of fights, the best thing in the world, Charlie Manuel was on the other day, right?
Yeah.
So, talk about a meet, right? So Charlie said, I said, dude, do you ever have any slump busters? Like, you're in a slump. What would you do?
I can just imagine what Charlie said. Just imagine.
You want to take a cut? You have it? You have the cut?
No, but I could just imagine Charlie's probably like, go to the bar. Have some drinks. Yeah. He said, I could just imagine.
He goes, I get drunk, and then I would punch somebody to see if I could still hit.
Start fights.
Yeah. All right.
He's a dude.
Yeah. That's fantastic. My brother, you're the greatest. We love you, buddy. Safe travels.
Guys. Yep. Have a great weekend.
Right, we'll see you next week.
Talk to you guys next week. Be good, man.
The legend, Baldy.
He's the man.
He is the man. He's
While we're on birthdays, one of my best friends, Joey Rod, his son, Nicky Flash Rod, is turning 6 today. So I want to give him some love.
That's a birthday.
That's a birthday we can talk about.
Flash.
Every birthday is a birthday.
No, for children.
Yeah, my boy Flash. Happy birthday to Flash, right?
Flash. Way to go, Flash. Way to go, Flash. That's exactly right. Hey, coming up, local legend. I'm pumped up for this. UFC, big fight at Parks, all right? And UFC legend Eddie Alvarez.
He's a beast. He's North Catholic.
He's a Norphin.
He is a Norphin.
He's like River Wards-ish, He's like tied into the Fishtown, Port Richmond.
Well, your people.
Yeah, he's a legend around here, man.
I know.
He's a
Haskell friends with him?
Probably. I mean, they know each other.
Because Haskell
Haskell's close with Sean Brady.
Right.
Who's like rising.
Because he's a UFC.
He's got that background. Yeah, he likes to. I think he's more into the training and just being around those guys. But he did fight a little bit, Haskell, at some point.
I would not mess with him. I think
he ran out of Front Street Gym up in Kensington, I think.
Yeah. Let's take care of some of our business. Speaking of which, Parks Casino. Let's talk about what's happening at Parks Casino. So the big fight, UFC fight watch party, hosted by, that's right, Eddie Alvarez, the Underground King.
Such a cool nickname.
UFC 319 is Saturday night. That's a great nickname.
And it's so fitting for him, dude. He's the scrappiest fighter. Like, he would he would win fights. He would have to get hit first before he had to, wake up, and then he just knock dudes out.
He's cool, man. He is a cool dude. And you can hang with him Saturday night. 10 o'clock, the Bet Parks Sportsbook and at Parks Casino in Ben Salem. Hang with Eddie. You're going to get his fight analysis. You'll get his betting picks. He's going to break it all down, and he loves the action. That's right. Always a great crowd at the Bet Park Sportsbook on Friday night, on fight nights, Saturday night. Fight night, you can lay all your betting action in person right there at the Bet Park Sportsbook or online at the Bet Parks on the Bet Parks app. You got to be 21 to attend. There's always another way to win on the Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook. Got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Also, let's talk about, Xfinity. We love our Xfinity. 5-year price guaranteed. Life is unpredictable.
Sure is.
But the price of your internet should not be.
I agree.
Doesn't he love the fact that you're here this way?
Yeah, you can.
I can't rough him
Because he likes to go right.
Yeah,
his tendency is to go right, so it's better you're over there.
Yeah, but he can't. He doesn't.
Yeah, he's been
okay.
through it.
He's too fragile, Count Dracula. All right, Xfinity, you get a reliable price for a reliable connection. Reliable. I need it with my animals or online constantly.
They're eating up all your bites.
Yes, my wife. All right, and I need to watch my games.
Yeah.
All right, all in means all in. Get Wi-Fi equipment, unlimited data included. All right, introducing the 5-year price guaranteed from Xfinity. One internet price, 5 years guarantee, ain't changing. All right, change is always happening. Songs are rewritten, classics are remade or remixed. Movies are remade. We know that. TV Todd knows that. Bands and artists come and go, but no matter what changes in 5 years, the price of your internet will stay the same. All right? Learn more. Xfinity.com. You got to check it out. Your internet is booming, always booming with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra, subject to change. There you have it. All right. All right. Coming up, we're going to be talking to our man and you got a couple fun stuff for us today.
Yeah, got a couple things popping up in the
including the rankings.
Yeah, ESPN rankings came out for basketball last week. Well, this week.
That's going to be awesome. And we got a couple local peeps.
Local guys, yeah. We have some big names in there. So it's
then I can't wait for next Friday because next Friday, American Heritage against the Prep.
St. Joe's Prep, ESPN.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to be incredible. I can't wait for that. Last night, that high school series kicks off with Buford.
Okay.
Did you see the stadium?
Yes.
$50 million stadium.
62.
I'm sorry, $62 million stadium.
Down south, man, they invest, brother. They put in that.
$62 million?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they have, like up here, like their high school football coaches make like $200,000.
Yeah.
Like just to coach football, they don't have another job.
No, they're not teaching math.
No, like down south, it's like $200,000-$300,000 to coach. Like if you're one of those big time programs, like it's the Friday Night Lights. It's real. It's a real thing,
and it's real throughout Texas and in all through Florida.
Yeah, that whole Texas is
SEC
huge.
SEC country.
Yeah, SEC country is where Georgia. They're like it's crazy. Man.
Well, it's funny because when we're talking about Matt Rule, when Matt went to Baylor. First thing he did was hire 3 Texas high school coaches to be on his staff.
See, beautiful move by him. That's why he's the guy, man.
Yeah,
that's next level thinking. I mean, it's so big down there, and you need to, especially coming from up here, to have understanding of that environment and be able to help recruit because you have to win recruiting battles down there. And they've done it at high school because there's privates trying to pull you in down there too. So like, even though they're the public, they're recruiting. So they've been through it. So that's why Matt is Matt.
Luxury box suites at this high school stadium.
That's some oil money that's got to sit down, very brother.
Dude, like, what do you think the population is of the school?
Yeah, a couple, maybe. I think biggest schools are like 6,000-7,000.
Yeah, it's 1,900. I thought it was going to be a massive school.
Yeah,
1,900 kids. It's a good sized school, but that's not.
Yeah, I would say
10,000 seat stadium.
Yeah, it's crazy, but that's a perfect size for high school football. 10,000 is like the number. We don't have one around here. That's why it's tough to have big games around here. Like Villanova is like 12, but parking's tough. You're dealing with a lot of other obstacles. Like those stadiums don't exist around here.
I was joking around because like I said I want to start at school. Cuz Catholic.
Love that.
All right.
I can get behind that.
All right.
I'm in.
You're my AD. So,
I'm in. Yeah, say the word.
All right.
Let's
You're
get it
like
going.
president / AD.
Let's get it
So,
going.
cuz Catholic. All right. Can we, and I want to build a stadium. I can figure out where to build the stadium at. All right. And I want to build one of these stadiums, 50 million.
But I know what's crazy. I mean,
the Xfinity Center, like where now where Flyers play.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I want the Xfinity Mobile Arena. I want to do the Xfinity Stadium.
Yeah, I love that.
Cuz Catholic.
I've actually talked to Connor Barwin about like a stadium that size because like the need for high school sports and then like concerts like VG like a 10,000, 8,000 that doesn't even exist for concerts. Like it's kind of the sweet spot for like something along our waterfront. He was talking about it before, like he was interested in it because like
the Union. What's that hold?
Yeah, but it's just far. Like it's not in the city, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to go to Chester. Like that's the right size. It's just not in the right location.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's
actually
the perfect size.
Perfect size because it's a good venue. But like if you can figure that out, I think that's what we're missing for like entertainment and then like the youth sports. I think would be huge.
Yeah. I Cuz Catholic could be a big deal.
Let's do it. I'm in, and we can the arts VG can run the music program. Arts.
I'll throw some bands in there.
Because that's
you're
the
definitely
pep band going
you're
there.
a music teacher.
Get the pep band going.
Like, instead of God forbid that School of Rock. So I heard about that story, right? There's a big story, the scandal, the School of Rock scandal.
Yeah, it wasn't great with alleged to have been going on there behind the scenes.
My kids went there.
Well, Paul Green, his name is right. The School Rock, the original one, the one the movie's based off of.
Yes, so there's some stories going around that came out. Some students alleging he was mentally abusive and a little weird. Yeah.
I met him a few times. No, there's the truth. It's based off of Philadelphia-based school.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
School
guy,
of Rock.
Paul
that
Green.
movie,
that's a real thing.
Yeah, because like if you ever went to like I took guitar lessons in a Catholic school, it was a nun teaching me how to play Jingle Bells. So if you're like 9 or 10 and 12, you want to play guitar. They just teach you how to play songs.
Yeah.
So then you put a concert on.
I know his first student.
Way cooler than learning how to play.
His first student was a kid I went to Meredith with, Vinny Lloyd, and they put on shows. We used to go down in South Philly and go to his shows.
Yeah, the shows are great. They still do this. There's schools. He sold it off, so there's still concerts and stuff. It's great.
Yeah, but I mean, those kids were super talented. So I mean, I don't know him enough to talk about any of those stories. But
I had my friend Aldo. He used to run his San Francisco school. Yeah, my friends used to all teach there. But it's a cool
there's
theory.
Anthony. I got Anthony at School of Rock.
How old is he?
He's got to be
he's
5, 6.
He's a pup there.
And there's Massimo. Look, here's Massimo, a little
whacking it,
right? Like at the School of Rock. That's what I was like. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
it was nuts. So we're waiting.
Nice jersey, bub.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
So
we're waiting for Eddie to join. Baldini is trying to
wrangle him. Okay.
Yeah.
So
talk about the rankings.
Yes, I want to talk about the rankings. Making Varsity, of course, is brought to us by Cherry Hill Jeep. That's it, baby. Making Varsity of course, a Charlie Folk auto dealership.
Our guy Charlie Folk.
I love Charlie.
Great guy.
He's the best. So tell us about the rankings.
Yeah, so ESPN dropped their basketball rankings this week. And remember, a couple weeks ago, VG, we were talking about the Hiller family.
Yes.
Coach Phil. Colton Hiller, who just turned 15, so he's a very young rising sophomore, is ranked 4th in the country.
Wow.
5-star.
What?
5-star, number 4 overall, and he just turned 15 years old. He's a guy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's crazy because I told you, I saw him playing when he was in 5th, 6th, 7th grade, and he was good. But, like, he was kind of chubby. He lost the baby fat. He's like 6'5", 6'4".
Damn.
He's dunking everything now, VG.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's a guy, though. 4th overall in the sophomore class, which is
wow.
He's a dude.
He's
and
6'4"?
Yeah, about 6'4", 6'5".
Like,
Shoots it.
4th in the sophomore class.
I'm gonna send you guys some of his clips that just came out recently. It looks like he's just toying with kids out there. It's crazy.
Wow.
Oh my God! You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. So Coach Phil, it's cool to see him at sticking around with.
Yeah.
But that family, we're gonna get them on.
And his brothers,
his brothers. I told you, I talked to Ohio State. He's number 1 on their big board for like offensive linemen.
Yeah, I mean, to have 2 sports, a basketball and an O lineman. Like, are you kidding me?
A year apart. They're gonna be sophomores and juniors.
That's unbelievable. That's such a great story, man.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Great family. So I'm gonna make sure we get them on soon, and then A kid at Carroll, Archbishop Carroll. He's a North Philly kid, but he plays for Carroll. Munir Greggs in the junior class. He's ranked 25th.
Wow, really?
4-star.
That's awesome.
Yeah. A kid who was at Carroll just left to go to Spire. This is kind of happening now because, like we talked about, it's a business. These kids are getting NIL in high school to go to these type of academies. So he left. He's a senior. He's ranked 37th in the country. A kid who was at Roman who left to go to Overtime Elite. Again, they're paying these kids now. He's ranked, Tyler Sutton ranked 4th, 47th. And then Sammy Jackson, number 64 in the country. Mark's son at Roman Catholic.
Is he real? Oh, that's fantastic.
VCU, I told down there with Phil Jr.
Yeah.
Big get for them. So
that's a big get. To get a kid that's going to be ranked, probably when he's done, he's going to be top 50.
Yeah.
And to get a top 50 recruit at VCU, that's a big deal.
It's big time for them. I told you that staff.
I think Phil's going to do a great job. Yeah.
It's a ton of Philly guys. They're going to do really well.
I was reading about Luca Foster out of Radnor.
So he was at Carroll and he transferred. He just
transferred to Radnor?
No, he's transferring to Spire Academy.
Okay. Because he's 37th?
Yes. So he's 37th. So him and Munir Greggs were both at Carroll last year. Luca got hurt a little bit and he ended up transferring for his senior year.
Wow. These academies now, they're starting to sprout up big time.
Yeah, they're paying people, man. It's tough to turn down. It's like, and it's not like crazy money, so it depends on your situation. But to even just get paid to go to high school is kind of wild.
Well, and isn't that the next step? I mean, that's what they're talking about because now there's colleges that are paying you while you're in high school.
Yeah, well, you can lock them in. I think it's because you can decommit. I think when you sign that money, once you take it in a contract, that's like you're basically it's really hard to get out of that.
Right. So
they're trying to link you in.
Compensation.
Yeah.
Now it's
like stronger than your national letter of intent.
Right.
Like so
now you're cashing a check.
Yeah. So like they lock you in on that. So colleges are trying to say, all right, well, because kids can flip all the time, right? Until they actually sign, and then you have to give them grant them, or they have to sit if you don't grant them to get the release. But they'll start paying you now.
Which is smart because if you're going to give them out now, all of a sudden now we know we can count on you.
Yeah.
Because I will say, 2 portals is way too much. Yeah. You can't have 2 portals.
No, 2 different seasons. It's crazy. It's so hard to coach. That's why college it's intimidating now. I mean, I know it's like a dream for people, but like you go through the first portal session, you're in the spring. You might want to challenge someone. You put them lower in the depth chart. Right? It's like, all right, the next portal comes up after the spring. I'm out because you don't like where you're at. It's bad for the culture.
It's terrible for the culture.
Yeah, it tells kids to run away from their problems as opposed to facing them.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, I'm buried on this depth chart. Not let me work harder how to figure it out. Let me go find a better situation that I can go play right away.
Exactly, and that's not good because you're taking, especially at that age, the coach needs the power.
Oh, agreed.
The coach needs power. Like I'm all for paying kids. I'm a big believer.
Agreed,
but you can't do it so it usurps the coach's leverage.
They just, again, I think they didn't really think it through when they made these rules. They just opened the floodgates up, and now you can't rein them back in, opposed to like rolling it out slowly and seeing how you could find the best fit for the rules. When you just took all the guardrails off, it's crazy. Now you can't pull it back in.
Well, the other problem is, too, like for these sports, especially for football, is they're trying to have the portal and school – like the semesters match. Yeah. It doesn't match.
No.
So there should be one portal, and it should happen in February.
The timing's terrible. It's before the bowl games.
Right, exactly.
Right. So then, like the kid Bo at Penn State, like he's the backup. Aller was coming back. He had to leave before their playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why you can't do that. Like it's got to be in February after the playoffs,
100%.
And then you can work around class, please. That's a joke. Sure. We are in overtime, OT baby, overtime. As we wait for our man Eddie Alvarez. Let's see what happened to Eddie A. But we'll do that. We got TV Todd that's going to join us, so we're looking forward to that. This is the opening week of EPL.
That it is. Match day 1.
Now, he's got that jersey's actually awesome.
He's got the Reds on, man.
This is Liverpool's new jersey. This is their away kit.
Yeah.
They're going back with the long sleeve, which I was really hyped about.
Love a good long sleeve jersey. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More versatile, you know?
Yeah.
Why? 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 I
what's
like a 3/4. Why don't they do a 3/4?
They changed sponsors, so they had Nike,
Right.
and then this year they moved to Adidas.
Adidas,
So
yeah.
they're with Adidas for the next couple of years. So Adidas is likes a long sleeve.
So you're a big Liverpool guy, huh?
Huge, yeah,
All
Liverpool
right.
fan.
Who do you like?
I don't really have a team. I like to root for the underdogs. I got into Leeds a couple years ago. They just got back up.
Leeds,
Yeah.
they just got promoted.
So they were a long time in the
I respect a guy that goes with a relegation team.
Yeah, I went with they just got up. They had a couple years up. They got relegated, but they fought back up. So
yeah. Brandon Aronson on him. He's an American player.
They had a bunch of Americans over on
Isn't
the
that
team.
our kid or Aronson? Is he
he plays
from
for
around here? Union kid, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was through there. But they had a bunch of
There you
they had a
go,
bunch
yeah.
of they had a bunch of U.S. guys on their team. So
You can't go wrong.
I
with
love that.
Nottingham Forest either. It's one of the best names in
They
the
might
league.
get relegated.
they might go down.
So tell us who, tell us who's going to be good. Who's
Sure.
the favorite?
Liverpool obviously is the
Yeah,
favorite. They
the
won
top.
last year. They the way their transfer portal went, they picked up some really great players, so they're expected to be the winners this year. But you have Arsenal, who's going to be on top of the table. Manchester City's going to be on top of the table. You're probably going to be looking at Man United, going to be close. I would say Tottenham could be up there. Newcastle can be up there. Aston Villa could also be up there. They're probably going to be like your top 10 teams.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, yes. Chelsea will also
I'm looking
probably
at
be
the
in
odds
there.
right now. Chelsea's got the
Yeah, Cole Palmer.
fourth best odds. It's
Yeah.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Man U, Newcastle. After Chelsea is kind of
How about City putting
Big
what's the name out
drop-off.
on loan on Everton?
Yeah. Jack Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish is with Everton, yeah. So
It's
gonna be
crazy
exciting.
you loan how to soccer you loan a player like you have his rights. And
Yeah, that's
you sell him for
crazy
like
to
a
me.
season.
Yeah.
Give us some money. We'll let you
Yeah.
have him for a
That's
year.
insane.
We'll bring him back. If we want
Typically,
him.
they do it with younger players, just because you can loan them out to a smaller
They
club.
can play. They play
Right.
more.
develop, and then you bring them back.
Well, that makes sense to me.
you know,
But like,
but like Jack Grealish is like a already established player.
it was interesting that they did
Yeah.
that.
So it's just all for
It'd
money.
be like the Eagles giving a backup offensive lineman to the Saints.
Yeah, it's like hold him for a little
You'll
bit.
start on the Saints,
yeah.
so play a year for the Saints.
And we'll bring you back.
Come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
That's nuts. Now, when does Serie A begin? gonna be-
Serie A, I think, begins in another week or two. Let me see.
There's a big time. I mean, they take off July. It's like they're completely shut down.
Yep. So it looks like their first match is August 23rd.
Okay, yeah. Well, they're not going to start today. Today's
Everyone's
Ferragosto.
on.
Yeah.
You know
See all the-
Ferragosto?
Yeah, you see all the songs and people getting hyped in the streets.
Yeah, they celebrate. It's a
Yeah.
big party.
Yeah.
Ferragosto.
Now,
Go
we
down
should be partying.
9th Street. There'll be a party. Villa de Roma. There might be
wish
a
there
party
was.
going on.
Valderrama.
Is he gonna go to Ralph's next?
Yeah, exactly. See Mr. Tony. So then you got what's the other one? It's EPL,
Bundesliga.
Bundesliga.
Will just start
And then-
next, and then Serie A.
Serie A,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then the Spanish league's awesome too.
La Liga.
Barcelona, La Liga, right?
Yeah.
Yep. La Liga.
Like that's a big deal.
Yep. It is.
All right, we got Eddie.
We do. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. How about the great? We want to talk about Philadelphia legend.
And he's so Philly, man. Like he represents Philadelphia.
More importantly, he's a North Catholic legend.
That's very true. But he represents Philly. He's like just gritty. He's tough. He works hard.
I love it. I love it. So we got him on the phone, or we have him live? There he is.
Yeah.
There's the legend.
The underground king.
Eddie, the underground king. Look. Now, you got a big party, right? We got a big, tomorrow night, there's a big card, and you're going
Yes,
to be
sir.
hosting everybody at Parks.
Yeah. So 10 o'clock at the Parks sports book, we're gonna be throwing out some bets. I'm giving my live analysis, kind of my bets. What I think I'm gonna bring my own cash, and people can follow me. People can follow my bets. They can win with me or lose with me, but we're gonna put some money down tomorrow night.
Dude, you know what I love you? You just exude Philadelphia. Like you are what baddest man in Philadelphia, and you exude Philadelphia.
I appreciate that, man. I can't run for myself. I moved to Florida for a couple of years, but I'm like, shit, I got to go back, man. I didn't fit in there, and I didn't want to fit in there. Like I need to head back. I need to head back home. But
Can
yeah,
you
we're at. Go ahead.
can you
Sorry.
give us no, I love you. Can you give us a primer on the card tomorrow night? Like, give us kind of like what. And when you watch a fight, like, what are you looking for? Like when you're watching a bout.
Yeah, so like my biggest thing, that was my son Anthony. My biggest thing is this. I look for a distinct grappling advantage. Because if two guys are standing up, it could be very much 50-50. It's very hard to gauge if someone's an excellent striker over another guy. You can always land a lucky shot, but you can't make up years of grappling experience. So I usually look for guys who have distinct grappling advantage. Like if they've been grappling their entire life and the other guy has a deep hole in his game in that department, that's a lot easier to gauge on who's going to win and who's going to control where the fight goes and like the damage that's done. So like that's kind of how I poke into fights and bet fights. Is that's number one. Number two, and people are gonna be like, hey, but this is the nature of the sport. Are the fights happening?
Huh.
You know, are they happening in the United States? Are they happening in Dubai? Are they happening because commissions are different and they're whether you want to admit it or not, there's favoritism, big time favoritism, and people are matched up accordingly to the promotion and where they're at in the world. So I look for these two when I'm trying to drop on bets. You know what I mean?
Wow, it's genius, man. That's next level. That is next level stuff. When you fought, what do you put most emphasis on? Like when you would look at your opponent and you're watching tape of them and you're looking at them, how would you kind of assess those things?
Yeah, so like I try not to focus. We would watch my opponent like initially to kind of see, all right, he's good at this or good at that, so we get a good gauge. But after the initial kind of watch to see where he's strong and where he's weak, the entire preparation and fights is all about you. Like me having crazy conditioning to be able to withstand a massive amount of damage and keep coming forward. The whole fight is within you yourself, because bad things are gonna happen and you got to know how to deal with them. Good things are going to happen. You can't get too emotional about either one. Until the guy in front of you is not moving, you just kind of keep moving forward and trying to finish him. So like I always focus like mainly on what I was good at and improving myself, not too much on what the other guy's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. The great legend Eddie Alvarez with us on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. You can watch him. You can hang with him tomorrow night at Parks. Big card tomorrow night at Parks. And Eddie's going to be in the sports book, hanging out. You could bet with him, follow him. I suggest you do that. Did you ever get, how did you get to be even keeled? I mean, being the Philadelphians, we're emotional people. Very rare do you meet a stoic Philadelphian. We just don't exist. How did you check your emotions? And how did you become that? How did you train yourself to do that?
I would say that I grew up in Kensington, right around like Jane Westmoreland. I grew up in very much a fighting culture. There's boxing gyms on like almost every corner.
Yeah, Joe's there.
Yeah.
I didn't get picked on, but I was probably more of a scared kid. And then when you're a kid and you're scared, you don't want to be scared anymore. So I wanted to learn how to fight. So I didn't feel scared anymore. And then once I learned how to really fight and handle myself, and I was no longer scared, I just kind of I want to say that I disciplined my violence. I had a violent nature, but then over owning my craft and learning how to fight, I disciplined it. So once I disciplined my own violence and my own emotions, then everything got good. I was no longer I'm no longer afraid. I'm fine in every setting I'm in, and there's no reason to kind of have to prove myself the way you would back in old Kensington. You know what I mean? I don't feel that way anymore. And I'm just like, I'm going to really try to fight the best guys in the world, see what I'm capable of, and then, let the chips fall where they may. And that's what I did over the past 20 years. I traveled the entire world fighting the best guys in the world. And I think I went so deep into violence that I just want peace.
Wow, that's awesome. I love that. I think that's profound. It is. It's awesome.
As a North guy, right? VG's over here is a North guy. So the
Falcons, baby.
Tenui neck to Tom.
So I know. So Jim Savage, I know very well. It was one of your coaches at North. How did the wrestling at North Catholic really help you in your career?
Bro, Jimmy Savage is a madman.
Yeah, he is.
So he used
to
to
prep now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So Jimmy just used to whoop our asses. I think he used us to feel good about himself and would just whoop our asses. But it made us all tough as hell. But just what happened at North Catholic in the basement of the rectory, the North Catholic wrestling program reshaped how my life would go moving forward. Like at 15 years old, the things I was doing, the discipline that I had, and the things that I was doing at 15, most grown men don't even have this regiment or this discipline or this ability to have delayed gratification, to not eat, to not drink, to suffer in a way that we were suffering at a real young age. So like it made me into the animal.
Yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. It turned me into the animal I needed to be to win world titles when it was my time to do that.
Love that.
Yeah, you guys were sick. I played basketball at North. You guys were sickos on the wrestling team the way you guys were. I had people walking around with trash bags on during the cafeteria stuff trying to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But hey, man, I'm a fellow G Streeter too. I'm a little more North, but in the MMA world, can you, for grappling, you said how important grappling is. Can you survive just on the wrestling training, or do you have to do the jiu-jitsu and mix that in with it?
You know what? There's the number one art in MMA is wrestling. It'll always remain number one, and it's been proven over and over because there are guys who just wrestle who won world titles with almost just wrestling, shitty striking, not that great jiu-jitsu, but just wrestling. We're able to manipulate and control guys and win positions and win world titles. So there's no doubt that wrestling's number one. But in today's sport today, the sport has changed completely. It's evolved. And like right now I'm watching 6-year-old kids right in front of me at my gym who are preparing right now. And they're our future of this sport. They know everything. They know wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, boxing, and they're excellent at it all by the time they're 17 years old. So this sport's evolved into something scary that I'm anxious to see as I get older. I'm anxious to see what our future fighter is going to look like because it's vastly different from when I started back in 2003, like vastly different.
Hey, can you take me back? I love your story. Take me back to when you said I was a scared kid and I didn't want to be scared anymore. So take me through the evolution of when you were not scared. Like, was there a moment pinpointed that you were like, you know what, I'm good?
It was like 4 years ago.
You're the greatest, dude. I swear to God.
Dude, no, I actually remember I was laying in bed with my wife one morning and we were just chilling out. I was watching TV and I just felt like a peace over myself. And I guess I needed to be afraid in order to chase these titles and get to where I had to go. The competition you have in MMA is it's not just here in the United States. It's people from third world countries who have nothing.
Yeah.
So if you're not afraid, you're not going to have an advantage. So like I was afraid pretty much all the way through my career. Once I knew my career was coming to an end, I felt this peace over myself. And that's when I think you should know, like, hey, maybe it's over. Maybe you should start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Because that fear, you need it. It moves you and helps you perform against these top guys in the world. So I tell them, even my fighters, I tell them, be afraid, be very afraid. And what I'm saying is embrace the fear. Don't
Right.
run from it, and don't deny it, and don't tell people I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
Take that fear and make it turn into an animal that you don't know, you know? So that's what it's always done for me. It made me perform at a level that I didn't even know I was capable of. So like I started to feel afraid and went, oh man, someone's going to get fucking hurt because I'm afraid right now. So like
Describe.
I just channeled it correctly, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm fascinated by this. Describe for me the scariest fighter you went against.
I think right now, one of the most violent guys in UFC is Justin Gaethje. Not a lot of people want to fight him. He kind of fights. It's like a tornado and a volcano together. He steps in the pocket and he just doesn't stop until his opponent's done. And he's okay with taking damage. And he completely is fine with taking as much damage as he has to, as long as he's ripping you apart. And I think uh facing him back maybe 6 years back or something like that, I knew what I was going to get into, and I knew that the only way to go against a guy like that is to just stick your nose in there, be brave, and give it right back. And there is no other way to fight a guy like this. So like you got to kind of submit, look up in the sky and say, thy will be done. And then like let the chips fall where they may. So like this was an awesome fight. If you go back and watch it, it was like fight of the year that year. And he's a friend of mine now, and I never want to fight him again. I think I'm okay with what happened, and we shouldn't ever fight again. It won't be good for either one of us.
Ed, what do you think about Sean Brady? What do you think like his career trajectory looks like? Another local guy.
So funny story. I started training with Sean during COVID because everybody kind of took off and the world shut down. So I headed over to John Marquez's with Sean, and I was helping him prepare for a fight. I was sort of like a little bit same size as the guy he was fighting, like similar. So me and Sean linked up a lot during that time. And like we were doing all of our training sessions together and stuff like that. And he was not signed with the UFC at the time, but he was undefeated. And the minute I trained with him, I lie to you not, he's the strongest human being I ever.
Wow.
I'm not talking about my weight. I'm talking about any weight.
Wow.
Heavyweight, strongest person I ever locked up with. And some of the stuff he was doing to me, I'm like, I felt like a child. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? So immediately I called Dana White and I said, hey, you need to sign this kid. He's no fucking joke, and he's going to end up winning your world title if you give him an opportunity. And Dana just said, hey, just send me his stuff over. And if you're serious about it, we'll look in it. Within like 3 minutes, Dana called me back and said, he signed. Like, give him a call, let him know. And I'm not surprised at all about what's going on with Sean Brady. And if he wins the world title, I'm simply going to text Dana and say, I told you so. Because I don't care about his hiccup with Bilal. He was a young guy going to a foreign country, going against Khabib was cornering against him, and that's his friggin' hero. So it was a lot for a young guy to fly that far, go against his hero, fight a world champion. It was a lot in a short amount of time. So he had a hiccup, and that's normal when you're on a run to a world title and fighting the best guys in the world. But I won't be surprised when Sean wins the world title. And I actually predicted it like 5-6 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great story, man.
That's great.
I love the fact you took care of him too. Like you called Dana and you were like, you got to sign this kid, man. This kid's coming.
I'll do that for any Philly guy that I feel any Philly guy that marries this sport and loves it and puts their heart and soul into it. I'll do it for any one of them, because I feel like I've gotten so much out of this sport. I gotten everything more than I could ever ask for, that it's my job to do that for these guys. Philly needs to become the #1 MMA spot in the world. It has to. So to me, it's just a matter of time before up here in Pennsylvania, we have the best combat sports there is in the country.
Well, you know the history of it. You know the history of with you, and then the history of boxing in Philadelphia.
Yeah, bro, check out this. I'm training murderers now. I'm at my gym right now. Look at this joint. This is a fight factory.
Wow.
Look at it.
Love that.
Hold on. I'm gonna walk you. Hold on. Look at this.
Yeah, what's the address?
So this is we're right outside Philly in Newtown. It's 114 Pheasant Way.
Wow.
But we have a 20,000 square foot arena performance institute just dedicated to combat sports. Like,
wow, that's awesome, man.
This whole entire thing is dedicated from 6-year-old kids all the way to friggin' 70 something. Dedicated to teaching martial arts.
Cool,
That's
man.
really cool.
Yeah,
That is
badass.
good luck, brother. Good luck with it.
Everything I dreamed of that I wanted when I was coming up is right in this building.
Amazing.
Well, you know, we'll come up one day and we'll do the show from there. I'd love to do that.
Bro, you got to come up during one of our sparring days.
Yeah.
You guys will get a free ticket to a great show, and you'll be able to, color commentate it.
That's fantastic. Well, I love the fact that you're going to be at Parks tomorrow night for the big card, dissecting it, analyzing it. And listen, you're a great Eagles fan. What do you think about the Birds? What are we looking at? Give me a prediction for the season.
Bro, look, I'm going to be honest. I just want Philly to win. I don't watch much sports. Sometimes I'm doing like stuff like this, and I'm in front of like maybe one of the big players, and I have no clue who anybody is.
He's training, man. Focus.
I'm up my own ass. But
told me you're a big Eagles fan. I'm sorry.
No, I just want Philly to win. I don't give a shit. I don't care what happens. If Philly's winning, I'm in good shape. I don't know the players. It's actually embarrassing to be my friend. I don't know shit. I don't know shit, bro.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on.
As a Norfan, I'm embarrassed, Eddie. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Oh,
I know fighting. If you're at the sports book with me fighting, you'll be like, "That's my buddy." If it changes the football, be like, "I don't know that guy." I don't know that guy.
Dude, God bless you, man. You're a treasure. You're a Philadelphia treasure. From your accent to your fists. You are all Philadelphia, brother. Tomorrow night, Parks Casino. Make sure you're there at the sportsbook, hanging with Eddie. Thanks, buddy.
Ed, have a good one, brother.
I'll see you guys all there. Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate
it. What a pleasure,
Eddie.
brother. You're a blast, man. You're the man. Eddie Alvarez. He's terrific.
Told you, man. He's Philly, man.
Through and through. I mean, it doesn't get more through and through than Eddie. All right, it's time. And I know this is one of your favorite segments of the week.
Todd's the best, man.
Right? That's it. TV Todd.
Act like a man. You can't handle the truth.
It's time for TV Todd.
So joining us on the Xfinity hotline, there he is. TV Todd. Look beautiful out there.
Man, what's he got?
Todd looking good, brother.
Man, Eddie got me. I just want to punch somebody after hearing that interview with Eddie.
Come here, Dracula.
We go up there live. You got to grapple with him.
That would be great.
Great.
That'd be awesome.
That guy's great. I need to go visit his gym. That place looks awesome.
I know. It's unbelievable.
Really
you
is.
were at Phillies Nationals last night. Took the family.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Night. Too bad.
Well, yeah. That's the thing. They didn't. I mean, we don't need. You probably talked about it all through the show already. But I will tell you. I mean, beautiful ballpark. And it's great. You know why it's great? It's like half empty.
Yes.
It's really nice.
Yes. Yeah, it's great. And the other half is Phillies fans.
That's the thing. That was so fun last night to just see all the Phillies fans and say "Go Birds" every 5 seconds. There were Eagle chants on the way out, even though we lost. I mean, that's a Philly ballpark.
Yeah. Sure.
Isn't it great?
That's awesome.
I love how we just take over places.
Travel, man.
Like Nationals Park is our park.
Love it.
That's fantastic.
And you know what's cool? That park down there. So what I love about it is, it's right in the middle of the city there. The hotels are great because they're literally like a block from the stadium. So the hotel was filled with Eagles fans and Phillies fans, and it was just, I mean, the hotel was great.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, buddy. There's the movie that you talked about last week has blown up. It's everybody. I think it did what?
It's over 100 mil.
Over
so
100. Yeah, it's all over 90. It's just it's a mega hit already.
It really is, and it's one of the films that VG, Frazier, and I all agree we are in agreement on. It's a really cool film. We're talking about weapons. Zach Greger is the writer director. He did Barbarian, which was a huge breakout horror hit a couple of years ago. And the really cool thing about it is it's original, even though it's based. This is kind of cool, cuz he based the movie on structurally and some characters on the great Paul Thomas Anderson film Magnolia, which is really, really cool. This guy, by the way, Zach Greger is amazing. Like he was in the sketch comedy troupe The Whitest Guys You Know. He comes from a comedy background. So when you see Weapons, and VG and Frazier know this, when you see Weapons, there's a lot of comedy to it as well.
Wow, check that out.
Yeah,
All right.
There's a lot of dark humor.
Todd, like how in the industry does a guy who does sketch comedy, just his first movie, he gets like greenlit for Barbarians. He writes it and directs it. How does that happen?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the genre that he's writing in right now is really having a moment, right? I mean, look at all the shows we've done here on Fridays. We've talked about a ton of horror, a ton of thriller. It is the one genre right now that is crushing it, just crushing it. I mean, the box office, look at the movie Together and now Weapons. So he walks in, he had a lot of friends in the industry. Barbarian is a wholly original premise with a lot of twists and turns. You know, Justin Long got behind it, and it was a hit. And once you have a hit like that, as you know, Anthony, nobody wants to take chances in this business. So once you have a hit, man, like give me more. And now this guy just did it again. I was reading a story that he has so many offers coming at him right now from big superhero films to other types of horror films. And what he wants to do, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, what he wants to do is he wants to do a prequel to Weapons.
Yeah,
and if you've seen Weapons,
Warner Brothers, like I read, was greenlit it already.
That's right. They're going to give him a ton of money for this. So he caught Cousin's going to hang himself right there in the studio.
I mean, the film cost $42 million to make, 48, and he's already at 100 in the first week or so.
I don't know if they should do a prequel. Personally, I thought the movie itself, standalone, was fantastic, and it doesn't need any extra stuff to it. It is probably the best movie I've seen.
You watch like superhero stuff that had 47 parts to it.
What does that mean?
Like you don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't know.
That's entertainment.
You don't want to know where that character comes from.
No, I don't.
Their backstory.
I don't. I want to know. I want
here.
this movie and only this movie in this universe that it's in. This is probably the best movie I've seen all year. Like no.
Well, it is. It is one of the highest rated movies for sure. If you look at like Rotten Tomatoes and things like that. And Andrew, I agree with you in one respect. You know, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but the character that he wants to do a prequel about, you don't really know a lot about in the movie. And in a way, that makes it really good.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I know a character you're talking about. I kind of liked the unknown about that character. You know, I think that brings an element to the movie. But I mean, if it's done right, maybe. That's what I'm saying. I like. You know, I like these movies where you come out of it and you can talk about it. You know, you could head to a coffee shop or a bar or something afterwards, and you could talk about it. You could theorize about it. And that movie, there's a lot of backstory that you do not see or know about, or that he's even created. So at the end of the day, it does create for a lot of fun and chatter afterwards, which leads to more box office draw.
Bless him.
I mean, it's, you know, really good.
Listen,
really, really good.
I can't wait to see it. I mean, all the buzz and how positive people love it. Like, first of all, you loved it, and you know it's funny. You love film and content, and you just love this stuff. So sometimes I go, you're always going to love, which I appreciate. You're passionate about it. Everybody's unanimous how good it is.
Well, yeah, and I do worry a little bit. So, cuz I'm going to want to hear how you think about the film when you see it, because you know what happens here. The buzz gets big. You go in with these extremely high expectations, and then you're like, I mean, it was okay.
Right.
I think I really do think there's something special about seeing a film fresh before a lot of people talk about it. That's why I do what I do. That's why I go to the theater every week and I see films that no one's really on yet, because I want to see it completely fresh and make up my own opinion.
That's smart. Guess what? That's actually brilliant.
You get in there, don't hear all the hoopla from the outside world. Lock in.
Yeah.
That you.
My most fun experience is when I know almost nothing about a film. Like I know there's directors I love, like Paul Thomas Anderson, one of my favorites, and I know he has this big film coming out soon. I don't really know much about it. I've purposely tried to stay away from it. I like to go in cold and just enjoy the ride.
That's smart. Yeah, that's smart. That really, I like that.
Yeah, nowadays trailers give way too much of a story.
I agree with that.
Stay away from
By
that.
the way, geez, the previews give the whole movie.
They do, yeah.
Too much on the preview. It's supposed to be a teaser.
Yeah, with trailer, I love trailers so much. I think it's an incredible art form. I've always thought this, and especially
but you can't divulge too much. I think trailers, because I'm with you, in a world, like, it's great. Like, I love that stuff.
Dude, my neighbor, she used to write the copy for trailers. She was an ad exec, and then she retired, and then her retired gig was writing the copy for trailers. She was making so much bank.
Wow. That's great.
That's a great gig.
About that, like who's actually
she'd watch they send her a screener, she'd watch it and put together like 2 minutes worth of copy.
Job is that's not involved in the movies to make the trailer, which is crazy.
I think it's where I think people should go to the theater. It's one of those films. We'll see how it holds up on television, on TV sets. I believe strongly this is a film that probably is way better to see in the theater.
All right. What else we got? Because I know you're eyeballing everything.
Yeah. Well, listen. The other I stretched it before. I saw the movie together, and it has really stuck with me. I've been thinking a lot about it. There's a big lawsuit around it, copyright lawsuit that it was maybe stolen from a prior project. But it was one of those films where I didn't know much about it. And I told Frazier and VG this. I was stuck in my seat afterwards. I sat there for like 10 minutes after the credits rolled. I really had to think it through. It's a great horror thriller. Again, copyright issue aside, wholly original. So I really recommend people go give that a chance. And then on television, there's a couple things I want to check out. I do like the comedy Platonic on Apple TV, and that's back with Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen. That's a really good, fun show. But also starting this week is on FX is Alien Earth, it's called. And where it's set as a prequel, I think it fits in right before the original. There's all those Alien movies. I think it fits in right before the original Alien film in the 70s in terms of chronology. So that just started this week. That's a week-to-week series. And then here's one you may not care about, but I'm really interested in this. There's a docuseries that just premiered today on Netflix, all about the show, the NBC show from a bunch of years back called The Biggest Loser. And I don't know why I loved that show back in the day. And it's, exposing all the dark secrets and all the stuff behind the scenes of The Biggest Loser.
Oh, I do. I know it for a reason. You want to hear the backstory? It's actually an interesting backstory.
Yeah.
So the production company that did The Biggest Loser was called Three Ball. Was the name of the production company. I with a friend of mine, we were going to do this project called Cheesesteak Wars. And I had Geno's and Pat's. And this is like early 2000s. And if you remember, back then, everybody would go on a Friday, Saturday night, Thursday night, but really Friday, Saturday night. It was unbelievably mobbed. Like Passyunk Avenue was thicket of people from basically midnight to 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And the show would take place midnight to 4 a.m. with a bunch of characters around. And it was called Cheesesteak Wars. And Three Ball Productions loved it, right? And they were about to come in. We had a buyer. I mean, it was that close to being a show. And Gino, God bless him, Gino Vento, who owned Gino's at the time, right? His son, Joey Vento. His son's Gino. Joey was a character, right? Joey would remember to speak English.
Yes.
Right? Like he was like, you had Pat's and you had Joey at Gino's. And Joey's best friend was a priest who I loved. Was a great guy. He was all muscled up, like workout priest, like a muscle priest. He was the best. In fact, he baptized Father Gary. Father Gary baptized my kids. It was great. I love Father Gary. And so he was the priest who was going to be hanging out. We had characters everywhere. It's South Philly, so it was like perfect, right? And Joey, for a stupid reason, canceled the show because of whatever. It was his family stuff, and he didn't want stuff to come out, and so he canceled the show. But it was Three Ball. I was dealing with them, and they did their big show was The Biggest Loser, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we got characters," and I got in the whole kind of creative conversation with those people.
First of all, Cheesesteak Wars is a great show idea. It's a shame they didn't do that, but I'm a sucker. I'll tell you guys, I'm a sucker for the shows where they have like a big reveal at the end.
Yeah.
Like I love seeing the people like be thin at the end and see what they look like. I just love that show.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, that's funny. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm starting to get into a little bit, and this is just Instagram stuff. Movies are like sports in a lot of ways. Like I love hearing guys talk about a big game and kind of what happened behind the scenes, like the 1982 Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And like they'll tell you, like, so and so was drunk that day, and whatever. And I told them this, and I love these stories behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So now they're starting to do that with movies.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because big movies are really interesting. So I saw the Joe Rogan podcast. He had on the co-writer, along Quentin Tarantino, Tarantino's co-writer on Pulp Fiction.
Oh, man.
He told the story. This wasn't about Pulp Fiction. He told the story about Eyes Wide Shut. Did you hear this nugget?
Are you talking about Roger Avery?
Yes.
Yeah, I did hear the podcast.
I just saw the clip. I went back and watched it, and because I was so fascinated by it. So you got to tell the story about that script was supposed to be about Hollywood elite pedos, like awful stuff, and they completely killed that storyline. And then you know what happened 4 days after the movie premiered?
What happened 4 days after? No, I don't.
Who died?
Oh, Kubrick.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even think he made it to the premiere.
No,
I guess
actually,
he
it was 4 days after this argument.
Yeah, I thought.
I'm sorry, I got it wrong.
Finish it.
Yeah, they had an argument that he wouldn't want to change the script, and 4 days later he died. That was it.
Yeah,
and
dude,
out with a sanitized version of it.
Yeah, dude. Roger Avery, by the way, incredible filmmaker. How about this guy? This is a guy who went to prison. He went to prison for killing somebody, drunk driving, and he went to prison. And while he was in prison, he was writing movies. He was doing books. He did one of my favorite early independent films called Killing Zoe. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Bank
I didn't
robbery.
realize he did that. Yeah.
Yeah. He's really incredible. That guy. That was a good interview.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a great interview. I'm not the nerd, like you're a film nerd. I'm a sports nerd, and but I was fascinated by the whole backstory of that project.
Yeah, pretty wild, man.
And Tarantino is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. One of the best ever of all time.
Yeah.
After the offer, I'm into any behind the scenes of any big movie. I love that show so much. So
I got a project we got to get behind, and it involves one of our guests, our friends of the show, Mike Sealski. So Mike Sealski is doing the Rocky book, which we should option and create a Rocky making of Rocky series.
Yeah, that I've been thinking about that. I've been hearing him on your show talk about the book and the development. That's a great idea. I mean, that's going to be good. Like, he's already on your show talked about lots of twists and turns. I had no idea. And
Dude, I could write that in my sleep.
Absolutely.
Really cool.
Absolutely. People like that stuff now, I think, the behind the scenes. I think it's cool.
Yeah. I think we got to option the book. What do you think, VG?
I think it's a great idea. I'm all in, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fascinating documentary series, so we might as well be in on it.
No, I think we got to get the scripted series. I want to do it like The Offer.
Yeah, I love that. That'd be really
Hey, dude, man, if Sealski's up for it, I'll have a contract on his desk by 3:00 if he's up for it.
Yes.
Let's get it done, man.
Yes. I will get that deal done.
Todd, everything good with you? I know last couple of times we were thinking about you and your family. Everything good over there?
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. I was going to say before I leave there, I wanted to give a shout out to my dad. He's actually 82 today.
Let's go. Birthday.
So give a shout out to him. And I appreciate that. Life, you live long enough, you're going to have some challenges. That's part of the road we're all on, hopefully.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God bless, brother. God bless.
If he was working, would he have took off Friday and Monday for his birthday?
Don't even need to answer that. Yes, he would.
I feel like that's a trap of a question.
Well, little backstory. They informed me that Andrew's birthday was last week, and he took off Friday and Monday to celebrate it at home.
That's awesome.
Pick number 33.
Big number 33? I didn't know that was a big number. Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't know either.
It is.
They're just poking fun at Andrew.
Happy birthday, buddy.
33 going on 13. 12. Yeah.
The opposite.
That's all right. I'll take it.
Benjamin Button.
Brother, we love you, man. Always great seeing you.
Yeah, I love you guys. Go Phils. Let's finish this series strong.
Yeah, we're going to get the next
Phils Wheeler tonight.
Go.
All right. Man, fun one today, always.
Yeah.
What are we thinking? Back in the day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Back.
Where's my back? Here's my back.
Where's my back?
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Andrew.
Good job.
Of course.
We're going back 35 years ago. Veterans Stadium, 1990. The first 9-inning no-hitter in Veterans Stadium's history. Terry Mulholland.
Wow.
Terry Wow.
Terry Mulholland. Wow.
Maybe.
There we are.
Sweet.
It's loading.
Look at this.
6-0, and Terry Mulholland pitching the game of his life. He has been perfect through 6 innings. 2-2 pitch hit on the ground. Charlie Hayes cuts it off to his left. Throws. Was pulled off the bag, and it'll be an error on Charlie Hayes. The perfect game is finished, but the no-hitter's still on the line.
Look at that. Look at that.
The music.
0-1 debate. Now the pitch to him. Swing ground ball.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Yeah, leave it up, man. I want to see the end of it. Is it up? Can we get the end or no?
No, it should. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 minutes.
Ball hit to third base. Charlie Hayes has it. He throws. That's 1 out here in the ninth. Terry Mulholland is 2 outs away from a no-hit, no-run game. The 1-strike pitch. Swing, bouncing balls, tapped to short. Don will have to hurry. He got him. Mulholland Holland is 1 out away from a no-hit, no-run game.
Donald?
The horn.
Who's that short?
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, great grab. Charlie Hayes fires it, and Mulholland has pitched a no-hit, no-run game at Veterans Stadium. The first 9-inning no-hitter in the history of the bat. Can you believe it?
Look at that. Charlie Hayes going.
They were testing him.
Oh, it's Dickie Thon.
Dickie Thon.
Who was at second? Who was playing second?
Tommy
Herr. Oh, God, slop. Dickie Thon had the mustache from the Astros.
The lineup is Dykstra, Dalton in a 2-hole.
Yeah.
Von Hayes, Dale Murphy, John Kruk,
Dale Murphy.
Tom Herr, Charlie Hayes, Dickie Thon.
Wow. That's awesome. Charlie Hayes going backhand, speared the line drive.
Love that.
That's awesome.
Jose Uribe.
Yeah,
Shortstop.
Jose Uribe. That's fabulous. I love that stuff. Old baseball. All right. Big weekend ahead, everybody. We got Eagles tomorrow.
Let's go.
All right. Phillies got to get better. Hopefully Wheeler's good. Nola Sunday. How you
I
feeling?
love it. I feel good about
I feel
Noel's
good about
arrival.
it. I do.
You do?
I just said, like, he always gets dead arm at the end of the year. Like, he's finally rested.
Yes.
We got him in
100%.
stretch. That's what that's what my mental is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I like
with you.
hearing that. I like hearing that.
He's going to be rested.
All right. Big weekend. Now, next week, you're going to be in Florida for the big game.
Yeah.
Prep American Heritage. When you leaving?
Thursday.
All right. Because we got to figure
Quick,
that out.
it's in and out. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm in and I'm leaving, come right back.
Okay. Good. It's Thursday. So we could shoot something next week. I want to do something for the game.
Yeah, man. We'll talk about getting Tim or someone on before.
We got to get Tim Roken. Coach Roken.
Yeah.
He was at yesterday, big prep day. McCord, Stefanski.
I know.
Right? All the
Trot.
guys. Trot. That was awesome.
Trot and McCord should get a lot of time tomorrow, I think, right? I mean, Kyle should get a quarter maybe, or no?
I got to think. I know McKee, because it's the second game, McKee's going to get a lot of work.
He might go 2 quarters.
I think he goes more. I think he goes
if he
a
does,
half.
then Kyle's.
I think he goes a half and change. I think preseason 3s for Kyle and DTR.
Yeah, but Trot's out there playing.
He's balling, man.
He's balling.
Yeah, he's balling. All right, that's going to do it for us, everybody. Andrew, good stuff. Everybody have a great day. We love you. All right, be careful. Have fun. See you Monday.
We all silly like the mayor.